annual dessert auction provided by 4-H Council officers. Sponsors are needed. For more information, call 575-622-3210. Central Valley Electric Cooperative in Artesia has an abundance of used, no-value power poles they need to clear out. Poles are free to anyone who can use them. You can use used power poles for a variety of things, from fencing material, garden borders, retaining walls, and more. Bring a truck and trailer, and our friendly warehouse staff will load them for you during regular business hours.
If you have an item for Talktivities, email it to calendar@pvbcradio.com. That's calendar@pvbcradio.com.
We have fans and we have haters. Both can't stop listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The local sheriff calls them cowards, those who vandalized a couple of Duke Energy substations in Moore County, North Carolina over the weekend, cutting electricity to 40,000 utility customers, leaving them in the cold and dark.
Extensive damage was found at their substations. Evidence at the scene indicated that showed that the firearm had been used to disable the equipment.
Moore County Sheriff Ronnie Fields on WTVD says there is no motive or claim of responsibility. He vows to track down those responsible. In a move that's meant to put a crimp in Vladimir Putin's Ukraine war budget, a Western price cap on certain Russian oil exports taking effect today. The price capped at $60 per barrel. The current price of crude on the global market is north of $80 per barrel. Republicans and Democrats alike are condemning Donald Trump's call to suspend parts of the Constitution over the 2020 election.
Over the weekend, the former president took his objection to the 2020 election results to a new level. Writing on social media, Trump said all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution, should be terminated in response to massive election fraud. The White House said the remarks are anathema to the soul of our nation and should be universally condemned. On the Sunday talk shows, Republicans and Democrats also criticized Trump. Greg Clugston, Washington.
U.S. Senate candidates, incumbent Democrat Raphael Warnock and Republican challenger Herschel Walker, are presenting their closing arguments to voters ahead of tomorrow's in-person voting in the Senate runoff in Georgia. On Wall Street, Dow futures down 187 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Relief Factor, pain relief that's natural, pain relief that works, and pain relief that attacks the source of the pain. That's the experience of tens of thousands of Americans who are taking Relief Factor right now. See their incredible video endorsements at relieffactor.com and then order your 3-week quick starter pack for just $19.95. That's less than $1 a day. Find out if it can work for you like it works for me by ordering your 3-week quick starter pack today. Relieffactor.com, relieffactor.com. Be the next success story.
Hi, my name's Adam Barada. I'm the owner of Advantage Gold, the highest rated precious metals firm in the country. Now, we've won the Best of Trust Link Award 4 years in a row because we educate our clients on how to buy gold and silver the right way. We don't pay celebrity spokespeople millions of dollars. We'd rather pass that value on to you. Call 800-900-8000 and speak with one of our experts. We'll send you a free gold kit along with my latest national best-selling book, The Great Devaluation. Call 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000.
Although it's still very high, inflation in Turkey has eased a bit for the first time since May of last year.
The news has been welcomed by the administration of President Erdogan, whose deeply unconventional economic strategy relies on cutting interest rates in order to control inflation. Most countries take the opposite approach. The cost of borrowing in Turkey has been cut from 19% to 9% since mid-2021. The president has blamed outside factors, such as the impact of the war in Ukraine on global food and energy prices, for a significant spike in inflation over that period.
The BBC's Theo Leggett. A Sweden-based group that monitors international arms sales says global arms sales increased by almost 2% in 2021, the seventh consecutive year of increases. Says the war in Ukraine increased demand for weapons this year, but the conflict may also lead to a supply challenge. News and analysis, townhall.com. 2 people confirmed dead. Authorities searching for a third person from a private plane. Went down in the Gulf of Mexico off the Florida coast.
The plane crash happened Saturday night, but a search for the rented single-engine Piper Cherokee didn't begin until around 10 a.m. Sunday, when the plane had not returned to the airport where it had left in St. Petersburg, Florida. A spokesperson in Venice, Florida says recreational boaters found the body of a woman floating about 2.5 miles west of the Venice shore, and divers from the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office located the plane's wreckage about 1/3 of a mile offshore, directly west of the Venice airport. The body of a girl was found in the plane's passenger area. I'm Donna Warder.
The Supreme Court set to hear arguments in the case of Christian graphic artist Lori Smith of Colorado, who objects to designing wedding websites for same-sex couples. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The traveler said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Monday, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to it. I do feel better. It's not quite there, but my voice is better.
It is. You're sounding a little better. It's hard to hit the peaks.
Yeah.
You also haven't hit the warm-up yet.
Yeah, this is true.
That's the thing. You got to do the vocal warm-up. Mine is mostly just contained in the sidle region right now.
Yeah.
So I can't
just right there, but I feel okay for the most part.
Which is hard because I'm saying Monday all day today, and it's the M words that mess me up. So
yeah, it's just kind of lingering right there a little bit. So I think another day or two from it dissipating, but I do feel a little better. So
working its way out.
Yeah, so happy Monday.
Yes, sir.
Busy weekend.
Man, was it ever.
Plethora of stuff going on with the Wool Bowl and, of course, all the Main Street stuff. And then Saturday, the Red-Green game in Artesia, and just a cornucopia of events happening around town. So
that was fun on Friday. I live relatively close to the Wool Bowl, so I was actually able to go outside of my door and watch the fireworks go off.
I was listening to them from here, the same spot right now.
Yeah,
because I was getting the game on the radio part while Tanner and the gang were doing the video portion at the Wool Bowl.
When Fortner mentioned to Tanner last week that they were going to do the coin drop from a helicopter, I thought he was joking. I'm like, that makes no fiscal sense.
Yeah.
And then they did it. That's cool, man.
Yeah,
it doesn't make fiscal sense at all, but it's cool.
Right there on the 50.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of our local law enforcement came out and presented the coin for the coin flip. And then the helicopter, they got back in the helicopter and took off. And then they did the coin flip. So it was pretty cool. So,
right.
But yeah,
Where you gotta be? Where you gotta be right now that's so important you can't wait for the coin toss?
And then, of course, congratulations to the NMMI Broncos for
they pulled it out,
big win. What, 28-26, I believe, was the final score there. So that was a good game.
I am beyond happy with our coverage of the Wool Bowl.
Yeah,
the video from KSVPTV.com is fantastic. I only have one minor complaint.
What's that? He's in the other room.
I know. The only minor complaint has nothing to do with your coverage. It has nothing to do with your coverage at all, sir. It's all to do with the Boxcaster system, because it wouldn't let me advance the last
like minute and a half of the game. Because I wanted to like skip ahead and make sure that they were going to win.
You weren't watching it live, were you?
I was watching the recap.
Because that might be the problem.
because it was on my phone, the way like I have to like fast forward.
Yeah.
I couldn't skip to the right spot, and it wouldn't let me do the 10-second advance like it usually does. Well, again, it was on my phone, so it was probably my phone more than anything else. But I was laying in bed at like 1 a.m, and I'm just trying to check the final score just to see how they did. And I'm like, I have to watch football right now. I just want to go back to sleep.
I don't even remember what the final score was. I just know we did a really good job.
They did a great job.
I believe it was 28-26.
Yeah, it was. That's what I'm saying. It was a nail biter.
Yeah,
it was real close.
It went right down to the wire there. So it was the last play of the game. It was relevant. It was a good game.
Love, and I hope I know this that they won't in high school games. I love the concept of a mic'd ref.
Yeah, they do that in college.
I know, and it's so it ups the quality of the broadcast so much.
Yeah,
I think the reason we were able to do that with NIMI is I think it's their mic.
Yeah, they have the equipment to do that.
Because that's really cool.
I'm thinking, I think we used to have one.
Yeah, but you also got to get the ref in high school to wear it. And I don't think
they don't want to wear it.
Right. I mean,
that is another thing for the announcer to have to deal with.
Forget to turn it off, go to the bathroom. You have all those bad things happen.
But yeah, college they usually wear them. So high school it's more of an anomaly. But yeah, in the college level, a lot more often there.
I joke. You guys did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
That looks like our broadcast on KSVPTV.com is ESPN quality. It's fantastic. The multi-camera shots, the ref miking, everything about that game was beautiful.
Replay.
Really, really well done. So props to you guys.
Y'all did a great job. It was a great weekend and red green game looked great as well too from everything I saw there. Yep. So yeah, those guys did amazing this weekend and good job Tanner and Tanner's team.
Yeah. Thank you.
All those folks, y'all did great. Yep. So now you get to dive full feet first into basketball.
I thought you said now you get to dive. Okay.
And
dive.
And now is the time you dive. but yeah, nice little week-long break. No, just straight back into basketball.
You held on. Now it's time to go.
This is Logan's run. We've gotten what we need out of you.
But if you missed the game and like to go back and watch it, it is available. Just go to ksvptv.com. You can watch the Red Green game, the Wool Bowl. Anything we've done in the past, it's all right there.
I'm going to look into it. If we can submit to NMBA for sports broadcast, that needs to be submitted for next year.
Got to go and pull a clip and all that. I don't know how video works versus radio on that one, but I know they do radio awards.
NMBA for
the non-BA awards, yeah.
It's a matter of us cutting it up and submitting it and all that good stuff. So
you get a fancy dinner and a little placard.
Got a whole bevy of them.
I didn't even get the dinner because I won my awards in COVID times.
I've been to this.
You'd think
they owe you dinner.
You'd think they'd send me a steak or something, right?
If you look at all those awards on the floor in the other room there on the shelf, those are that's what he's talking about. Those things.
That was a nice little backhanded flex there, Mike. If you look at all the awards lining the shelf, those are mine. Those two little awards up top. Those are Sean's. Pop that collar and drop the mic.
All that hardware in the other room that we got there, that one.
that shelf full of enough plastic to make a boat.
Oh yeah, in Artesia, there's a couple shelves of them too. So no, they're pretty cool. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
This is why I'm able to kind of to be who I am, because whenever I get close to being like inflated, I've always got someone right in my wheelhouse to just pop my head and just bring me back down to size. It's good. I need it. It's pretty grounding.
I'm Mr. Popper.
You really hope that Kanye could have had himself a head popper.
Yeah, I could have helped Ye out a little bit.
Somebody to slow down Ye's ego, or at least tell him not to wear the masks.
Right.
That's a whole new look. By the way, people are saying that wasn't him.
Who was it?
I don't know.
How could that not have been?
They're saying it was somebody that
he's got an evil imposter
to make him.
Then he was in
the
back dubbing it over,
right?
There's like an evil version of him out there running around, talking and doing his things. So anyway, okay, but
sorry, digressing.
Happy Monday. Let me give you the rundown here. We got to get our show going here. We have a guest waiting to come on and has a busy day, so we probably should get rolling here. This hour, we're going to have Regina Smith with Loveless Regional Hospital join us, primary care nurse practitioner. We're going to talk a little bit about RSV and cold and flu season and all that good stuff with her.
And this mystery illness that's going around that nobody can pinpoint.
Yes, so that's what we'll chit-chat about here a little bit. In the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to replay an interview. We're going to today, the Brenda Elementary students, they kick off their big food drive.
Yes.
So I figured we'll play our little interview when they came in last week and had a fun time with us. And so that's in the 8 o'clock hour. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, Larry Martin with the Literacy Council joined us last week to give us an update there. So we'll play that for you about 9:15.
Very good.
This morning. So that's what we got going on, plus all of your features that include the news of the local and national variety, Wall Street Business Update, your Roswell Livestock Report with Smiley Wooten here in just a few, and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. So that's where we're at.
Indeed.
I haven't watched the newest Yellowstone. Longmire and Yellowstone.
Yellowmire.
Well, last night there's the Cowboys game, and then Bush people. So we watched all that, and we didn't get to Yellowstone.
I think this month they premiered the new series, 1923. I think
it comes out the 18th.
Yeah,
and that's on Paramount Plus.
Okay,
they'll show you one or two on.
Right.
Like last night, they showed that Showtime show afterwards, which I recorded. The one with Tammy and George Strait, whatever it's called. Tammy and George, or George and Tammy,
I know what you're talking
whatever
about,
it's called. That one, which looked interesting. So, but I think that's a Showtime thing. So I don't have Showtime.
Right.
So, but they showed it on Paramount Plus. I'm wondering if they're going to put it on Paramount.
I think it's because maybe it's part of their franchise. That franchise.
But they were showing it on Paramount after Yellowstone.
I would guess it would, because I don't think Showtime has necessarily a spot where things land.
They don't have their own little streaming service.
I think they did, or they have like a small one, but I don't think it was ever as big.
So it's not HBO Max or nothing.
Maybe Paramount like scooped them up or something.
Well, that'd be nice, because that way I get Showtime stuff I already pay for it. So I'm happy with that. But anyway, so I got that to check out, which might be interesting too. So I'll report back when I watch it.
All right, let me know. Let me know. I'd be curious.
Cousins will care.
Yeah, I only stuck around because I need to let you know something off there about a PSA, but that's all.
All right. Yep. Well, it is 7:16. Let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have low pressure over northern New Mexico, but that'll be moving out of our area today. We'll start off with a few clouds. Wind will be gusty for most of the area. We should get some sunshine back by afternoon, and today's high in the mid-70s. Clearing up overnight down to the low 40s, and then we're expecting sunshine and breezy conditions on Tuesday. Our afternoon high near 70, maybe a shower Wednesday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 44 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 89%. Looks like winds are calm at the moment. Mostly cloudy today, the start, then gradually becoming sunny. Going to be nice temperature-wise. Expect highs mid-70s, 74 with winds out of the west, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear with an overnight low of 41 degrees. Winds will be out of the southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. For you Tuesday, mostly sunny. Once again, highs right around 70. Winds will be out of the southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear skies tomorrow night with an overnight low of 44. Winds out of the southwest at around 5 miles per hour. Wednesday, there is a 20% chance of rain showers. Otherwise, partly cloudy. Highs in the mid-60s. 66 officially. Southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. 20% chance of showers for Wednesday night as well. Partly cloudy otherwise with an overnight low of 39. And then looking at Thursday, sunny, 63 for a high. Friday, mostly sunny, a little bit cooler. Highs right around 60. And then pretty much more of the same for the weekend. Sunny, 61 on Saturday. Sunny, 57 on Sunday. So a little bit warmer for the first half of the week here, and then cooling off a bit for the bottom half. All right, it is 18 minutes after 7 o'clock. We're going to get you into your Roswell Livestock Report with Smiley Wooten. We'll take a quick commercial break as well. We'll be back. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. A good December run with a nice selection of all classes of cattle, especially high-quality native calves, light yearlings, several weaned, good young bred cows. Expecting to sell 2,300 head, breaking down like this: 300, 325 weighing cows and bulls, 125, 150 pairs bred cows, 1,800, 1,900 calves and yearlings. Today's sale will include 80 bred cows, the 6 years old, a few short solid mouth cows on these. 106 Holstein cows for today, 46 Holstein Angus Cross long yearling heifers also, 65 calves, Mr. Paul Madrid, Bernalillo, New Mexico, ex-quality black white face Angus Cross calves, cattle weaned 45 days, 350, 550 pounds, 27 yearlings, LJ Cattle Company, Vaughn, New Mexico. Ex-quality Angus Cross yearling, 650, 950 pounds. 68 calves, Raymond Whitmire, Capitan, New Mexico. Ex-quality black white face Angus Cross calves, shots at Brandon, 350, 450 pounds. 98 calves, D Square Ranch, Corona, New Mexico. Ex-quality black and red Angus Cross calves, cattle weaned 60 days, 2 rounds of shots, 300, 400 pounds. 98 calves, Mr. Rankin Frost at Carlsbad. Ex-quality black white face, red white face kind of Hereford English Cross calves, cattle weaned 45 days, 2 rounds of shots, 350, 450 pounds. 97 calves, Mr. David Horak, El Paso, Texas. Ex-quality black and red Angus Cross calves, cattle are weaned, Bovishield Gold, Vision 7, 450, 600 pounds. 136 calves, Circle Bar Partnership, Balmorhea, Texas. Ex-quality black white face Angus and Brangus Cross calves, shots at Brandon, 450, 650 pounds. 70 calves, Angeles Ranch, Pecos, Texas. Good quality black Angus and Brangus Cross calves, medium condition, 350, 550 pounds. And 54 calves, the LS Cattle Company, Corona, New Mexico. Good quality English Cross calves, cattle weaned 30 days, 2 rounds of Bovishield Gold, Ultra Back 7, 350, 450 pounds. Several smaller sets of high quality native calves, light yearlings with condition. Sale time this morning will be at 9 o'clock. Sell pairs bred cows 10:30. Be selling calves and yearlings about 11:30. We expect to sell 2,300 head here today. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
If a sports injury is keeping you from the physical activities you love, the sports medicine team at Artesia General Hospital can help. Their orthopedic specialists and physical therapists work closely with you throughout diagnosis and treatment. No matter the injury, from ACL injuries, golfers and tennis elbow to foot and ankle pain, they'll get you back in the game. Appointments are available in Artesia or Carlsbad. Request an appointment at artesiageneral.com/sports.
I'm amazed at just how different our store looks from a year ago. Hi, this is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. It's been a long time coming, but our showrooms are absolutely filled with beautiful new items. Gorgeous power reclining furniture for your living room, cozy bedroom suites and mattresses, and stylish new dining room tables and dinettes. I'll bet we have exactly what you're looking for in Alameda, where delivery is free since 1953.
Greetings, Roswell. We're the
sides. That's way better than falling asleep on someone else's side. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 23 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from Lovelace Regional Hospital, Regina Smith, primary care nurse practitioner, back with us. Good morning. How are you doing? Physician's assistant, I believe, is the official
nurse
title.
practitioner. You got it right the first time.
There you go. But does a lot of people to help people. That thing's a lot of help people.
There
That's
you
what
go.
she does.
There you go.
How are you doing today?
I am awesome. How about you?
Doing good. Well, imagine this time of year, your office is probably pretty busy with cold and flu season and RSV and every other variation of cold and flu-like things we got going on right now here. So I guess the main thing today is just kind of put it ever on people's radar and kind of the difference between the two or the three and everything else that's going on right now, and just kind of remind people to take care of yourself.
Exactly. and right now we're dealing with, like you said, RSV, flu, and COVID.
COVID, yeah.
And, it's been all over the news about, some people having 3 and the concern about a tridemic type of situation.
Sure.
I can tell you that New Mexico is one of the leading states in the United States for high flu cases right now.
Congratulations.
So congratulations.
We're top of the list.
We have made the top of the list. So the amount of flu that we're seeing here is unreal.
Okay.
RSV, we look at that more for the young ones,
Sure,
and the elderly, because those are the ones that it's really dangerous
So it is
for.
available for elder, because I've always heard kids and kids and kids, so I didn't know if it was adults got it too, or so it is possible, but more likely older folks. And then
It's possible
kids.
that anybody can get RSV.
Okay.
When we really start looking and testing and wanting to know,
Okay.
is people that are immunocompromised, the young and the elderly.
Gotcha.
So actually, a lot of people, somebody in their 30s, could have it. What it's going to look like is a bronchial cold.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Good
so,
deal.
yes.
Well, that's what, I don't have any of that. I just have a regular garden variety cold. I actually feel pretty okay. I just don't sound my best. So.
Sure.
But yeah, it's going around like everything else here. So really, I mean, as far as like a patient perspective, are they all treated the same? You just you treat like you would for flu. Flu is rest. Medicine. I mean, is it all? I mean, obviously from a medical standpoint, they're different. They're caused by different things, but to us, they all kind of look the same. They look like the flu.
They do. So that's part of our job, is trying to figure out which one it is.
Sure.
We can test for these things. We can test in the office. So you're able to come by our office at 1112 North Main and be tested.
Okay.
Okay. And then the treatment, for COVID, we have for adults Paxlovid, which is an antiviral,
Gotcha.
which really reduces the symptoms.
Okay.
For flu, we have Tamiflu. So we can help
Which we've
with
had
that
for a few years now.
Right. And for RSV, really, you use, nebulized saline or some sort of bronchial stimulant.
Now, does like for instance, say you have RSV or COVID, but you treat it with Tamiflu. Will the Tamiflu have any kind of benefit?
No.
So you really have to delineate which strain or which of the 3 it is. Because the treatment, one will be beneficial, the other 2 will not be. I didn't know if you got some.
Correct.
I didn't know if it was like you take a Tylenol and it kind of will treat the symptoms. or something.
Sure. Yeah.
But no, it won't help you at all if you misdiagnosed, basically, and if you have flu and
Exactly.
you
So
think
that's why it's so important to come in, get tested.
Gotcha.
Let's figure out what it is that you've got. And, you may not, right now, we've got a lot of sinus stuff that's just going around.
Sure. The garden variety crud.
And it has it looks like all 3 of them, and it's not.
Yeah.
So when we rule that out, then we're able to work with you on that too.
Sure.
So, yes.
So really, the best thing is come and either schedule an appointment with you or with your primary care physician and say, hey, let's see what you got going on here, whether it's a cold, a flu, COVID, or RSV, or just the crud.
Yes.
Once that determined, and then it's easy. All right, great. You got COVID, here, start taking the Paxlovid, or here's your Tamiflu or whatever. And I think Tamiflu, that's an over-the-counter thing now, isn't it?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay, I thought maybe that was even like they had a over-the-counter strength version of that now. But either way, it's important to determine which strain it is. Otherwise, you're going to be dealing with it for a lot longer than you wanted to, probably.
Pretty much. And, the big thing that I want to drive home is, first thing, you can prevent a lot of this by vaccination. I know that's very controversial, but I'm going to throw that out there. Vaccine for COVID, vaccine for flu. Make sure that your children's vaccinations completely are up to date. And the second thing I want to drive home is that, when you do get this, it's important to find out what it is, because we don't need you running around in the community with this, because that's how we pass it around at schools, so you need to stay home when we figure out kind of what's going on.
Sure.
So you don't pass it around. And mask wearing. Wear a mask if you think you're sick.
Sure. It just to be considerate for others on some of those.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you this: for folks like I've had the original 3. Are those still providing us any benefit, or are those kind of run its course and you need these boosters now to are they providing any protection at all, or are they kind of worn out, so to speak?
Well, they're pretty much worn out. I'm not saying that they're not providing. What I'm telling you is that what we're seeing is Omicron variants now.
Just don't.
And because of the Omicron variants, we have these new vaccines that are targeted to the Omicron variants.
Gotcha.
Kind of like we do with the flu every year.
Sure.
We look at what variants there are and then
kind of pick a strain.
Exactly. It's going to be the same way.
Gotcha. And that's pretty much how we're going to deal with COVID for the foreseeable future.
I believe so.
Every year we'll get a shot that matches the strain that's kind of impacting most of the people, and it's an educated guess, but it is a bit of a guess every year with flu shot.
Sure.
So it'll be that same. So even if they don't nail it that year, it'll still provide. Like even because there's been years with the flu shot, they're like, oh, we didn't quite get it right, but it's still gonna seriously reduce the symptoms and things of the flu, but it may not protect you from not getting it all together like we hoped it would. Kind of thing.
Well, and what we know about vaccinations is that they reduce morbidity and mortality, and that's huge.
Sure,
especially in the young, in the elderly, and if you're middle-aged and you have a lot of health concerns. And when I'm talking a lot of health concerns, even obesity is considered a health concern.
Sure.
That's very, very strong for COVID right now. So, there's really some risk there.
Absolutely. And that's, and if you think about it, if COVID, it's like any other thing. If you already have pre-existing conditions, if you have a lowered immune system because of you're young or older, or like you said, because you're dealing with cancer, diabetes, any kind of pre-existing or long-term condition, which we talk about, we're talking, heart disease, if you're susceptible to having a stroke or a heart attack, if you're higher risk, guess what? You're also higher risks for having a rougher time with COVID and these other, the different flu-like colds here that are going on. That's just, we all know that the science is there. So if you are suffering from diabetes or anything that you're treating when you're not dealing with cold and flu, then it's best for you especially to get these booster vaccines and things, because let's face it, a healthy 20-something that's athletic and in good shape gets COVID, it's a minor inconvenience for them. They get a cold for a couple of days, might stay home and watch some bad TV and then go to work, and they're done. With someone that's dealing with diabetes or something like that, it can make those conditions worse, and now we have to take you to the hospital because you can't breathe or because of something else that's going on here. It's just that COVID takes advantage. It's like cancer. It goes the path of least resistance to do its most damage, and if you've got a weakened immune system, it's going to have a field day with you. If you're young and virile and kind of have a built-up antibodies and things, it's going to have a tougher time cracking that case. So,
correct.
And it's life. We all deal with it. Best bet is to go ahead and get your booster, get your shot, do the things that are best for your health, and that's why I know we live in a world everyone's like, get your booster or your enemy, public enemy, and all that. I'm not going all that direction, but you should make an educated decision. If you're commonly getting sick and commonly dealing with things, might be a good idea to go ahead and get your boosters, get your flu shot, get your COVID boosters and vaccines and all that. That way, even if you get this stuff, now it's a little cold and you go home and drink some chicken soup and watch bad TV and then go back to work for a couple of days.
Exactly. And then, like I said, the big thing is you can come into our office on Main Street and be tested. And then we can make you an appointment. But if you have any kind of concern, we can even run out and test you in your car. I mean, you know, so to keep you safe and to keep everybody else safe and call you at a later date, even do a televideo visit with you if we need to keep you safe and keep you isolated.
Sure.
So, you know, we will go to all lengths to get you taken care of. The last thing we want you to do is to have to present to the emergency room to be tested for the flu. You know, they are completely overrun right now. That's why our offices are
Sure.
stepping it up. And
Use your primary care, urgent care if you can to get that done to save you the headache hassle and overworking of our ERs here. But imagine both of them are probably pretty packed right now with flu and cold and those types of deals going.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, they got the regular caseload of you know, coronary and strokes and car accidents and everything else that happens in our day-to-day lives.
Yes.
So it's too easy just to go get that shot or you know, if you do come get those systems, please make that appointment and
absolutely. We'll figure it out for you. We'll figure out what it is you have.
Yeah.
You know, you just protect yourself. If you're out in the community, please remember to wear a mask. If you do have COVID, do have the flu, you may opt to choose to stay home. That's probably
not
the
a bad
kinder
idea.
thing to do. And also wash your hands. That's a big thing. You know, that's how this is all transmitted.
Just because the pandemic portion is over doesn't mean you should stop washing your hands. That's one thing we
things that we learned through the pandemic, we really need to continue to apply.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and that's, I mean, even if maybe you're not one for all the masks and all that, okay. Well, maybe just at least be a little proactive about not getting close to people. You know what I mean? Just kind of do your own little 6 feet kind of thing. It's like you see a gaggle of people. It's all right, let's take a few steps back. We don't need to be up in each other's grill and all that kind of thing.
Exactly.
But please just be cognizant of it and be your own advocate sometimes here. That's, you know, and I'm just as guilty of this as anybody else. We like to be road warriors and say, I'll be fine, pushed. Well, here I am. There's probably a few days last week I probably should have been here, but here I sit. And you know, and so don't be that. And you know, if you're sick, stay home. Don't you know, it's there's nothing in this world that's too urgent that we can't wait till tomorrow to get it done, you know?
Exactly. And so, and our office on Main Street, 1112, we treat pediatrics all the way to elderly. So we do the whole gamut.
I remember the old radio days, like from the womb to the tomb. Come on down.
Pretty much. That's where we were going with this. So we have providers that can do that. There's myself that's there. There's Dr. Peter Jewell, and there's Sarah East, Brumana.
All three are awesome. We've had them all on the show. And
then we have Leander Finney also.
Oh, I don't think I've met that person yet. But very, like I said, and of course, if you're dealing with other things that have nothing to do with flu or COVID or RSV or any of that kind of stuff, just come on down.
Come on in.
And we'll take, you know, you guys are the front line of defense on this primary care stuff. So if you got, even if it's heart or any of those issues, come see Regina or any of the staff there, and they can get you with the right specialist in the Loveless system to do the follow-on and the more important work that they need.
Absolutely. To be, so. And we are taking new patients. So there's a lot of places in town that are no longer taking new patients. We are.
Absolutely.
Currently.
I do want to ask a quick question since we're talking about because a lot of people probably still have like COVID kits sitting at home, the COVID test kits and all that, which is great. Take them, use them, test them as need be. But if they test negative for COVID at home, that doesn't mean you still don't have the flu or RSV or something like that. So if you test negative for COVID, that doesn't mean you should not go to the doctor if you're not feeling well, because it could be the flu. It could be RSV. And unless you want to take an extremely long time to get rid of those, go get your doctor's appointment so you can get the proper medicines, and we can speed up this process and not drag it out into a month-long thing or making it linger around so it turns into something worse that can actually kill you. And that's because I'm guessing, and correct me if I'm wrong, you know, when you get like flu or COVID or RSV, it's not the disease, it's not that actual condition that kills you. It's usually it lowers your immune system to the point where the other things can come in.
That's
you know,
usually
like
the
AIDS
case.
or something. It's like you don't die from AIDS per se. You die from pneumonia. Or you die for something that your immune system just can't fight no more.
Correct.
And in essence, this kind of does the same same thing to your body.
Yes, it does.
So that's why you have to treat it seriously and get the proper meds for it. It's not that's going to get you, but opens your body to anybody and their uncle coming in and taking you out, basically.
Exactly.
So that's why it's important.
And one thing I want to mention with the home COVID tests is if you're going to take one at home, and I know that a lot were mailed out from the government for free last year, look at the expiration date.
They aren't as fresh as we thought.
A lot of them expired back in August and stuff. So look at the expiration date. They were not long-lived.
Okay.
It's useless.
So if you buy one at the store, those got a little more shelf life than the free ones the government gave you?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess.
You got the generic ones. You need to get the Kleenex version, the good ones. not the knockoff brand that you got for free.
There you go.
But all joking aside, that is a good tip. Don't just because you have it in your thing doesn't mean it's still hunky dory. They have shelf lives like a lot of other medicines and other products here too. So please be cognizant of that too. And for the sake of argument too, if you have that NyQuil that's been sitting in your cabinet since like 2 cold and flu seasons ago, you might want to pony up for a new one.
Replace it. Look at the expiration date.
And they give you. I'm just saying they usually give you a good leeway on expiration dates. Like, so if it says it expires in 2022, you probably had that cough syrup for about 3 years in your house.
Exactly.
Let's go pony up for the new one.
One thing that I do want to bring up that you bring up with cough syrup and stuff is, and I work with a lot of children in my practice, and cough syrups and cold remedies are not approved by the FDA for children under a certain age.
Really?
Yeah, usually like 6 or 7.
Interesting.
So if you've got a little one, we've got to look at other options.
Okay. Don't be just self-doctoring.
Do not give them over-the-counter adult strength medicine.
I know they do make some kid versions that
and
you can
some
buy.
of those, and they'll tell you, you can use it at 7 or above.
Okay.
But please read your labels.
Sure.
Because really, they're not approved, and they can do some harm.
Good deal. So yeah.
So that's another reason you'd want to come in and see us, and we can get them something.
Makes perfect sense there too. Yeah. And so yes, please make and obviously because I know we parents we want to do everything we can to stop our children's suffering and things, but a baby's body is still being developed, and it's a lot different than your body right now. So
exactly,
it needs a lot more work and tender loving care until it can do some of its things on its own and build up its own immunities and things like that, which your baby will do. It just takes a little time.
Sure.
But in the meantime, you got to put it in a bubble. And of course, don't forget if you've got anything else going on too, please don't. I know, like you said, it's busy right now with cold and flu, and a lot of people are coming in getting those kinds of things taken care of. But if you're dealing with any other issues, please don't put it on the back burner. I know some people, that was, we worried a lot about that during the pandemic where people weren't taking care of their normal pre-existing diabetes and heart conditions and not taking care of that kind of stuff. Don't use this as a reason not to keep up on that.
One of the things, and you bring up an awesome point here that I do want to say is because of the pandemic, I have run into numerous people, women that have not had mammograms in 3 years, well women exams, well men exams.
The routine stuff.
Your Medicare wellness for those 65 and older. Yearly exams for children, just to keep their immunizations up to date.
Absolutely.
So we're seeing a bunch of deficiencies with that. Please don't hesitate. We're here and we do it all.
Absolutely. And you're doing your children and yourself right by scheduling these things regularly.
Sure.
These are the types of things that keep you from having to visit for the other stuff. That's
right.
And in all fairness, by you being up on your medicines and stuff for diabetes and all that, you're actually giving your body a better chance if you do get sick. Now, at least, you know how hard it is for someone that's untreated diabetes to get over COVID versus someone that's been maintaining and keeping their blood sugars and all. Your body's in a much healthier place to fight it if you're not.
That's correct.
Because now your body's already working overtime trying to fix what's going on with the diabetes or the heart or stroke or whatever conditions that pre-existing that you're dealing with, and then we throw in another wrinkle. Oh, here's a COVID virus, or here's the flu virus. Here's something else in there that we got to divide and conquer to go fix. And so your body just can't. There's only so much of that your body can take before it starts shutting down. So do yourself that favor and take care of yourself. Get your vaccines. Get your boosters. Make regular appointments with your physicians. Taking care of those chronic conditions. The best thing you can do for yourself is to stay on top of those things. Seeing your doctor regularly. Staying in constant conversation with them about your pre-existing conditions. So, and I know enough to know that just when you think you have a lot of them nicked in the bud, they mutate and alter, and you have to change things. That's just, I know diabetes especially, just when you think you got a good routine going and your body done changes and you got to try again. That's just
right.
How it works. So, and it's not anybody's fault. It's just life and how it works, and you got to understand that.
That's right.
So please don't delay these kind of things. If you're feeling like you're like you got a cold thing coming on, take your home COVID test and thing, and then schedule an appointment. And let's go ahead and narrow down which one of it is, or if it's none of the above, and then go accordingly.
And know that because we are seeing new patients at Loveless, we can get you in quick. We can make this expedient and a very quick process for you.
I mean, as far as COVID and RSV and flu, I mean, they're all pretty similar as far as what they look like. Is there a significant difference in the looks for someone, or like for a layperson to tell, or is it strictly just tests that you guys do to
It's pretty
determine
much
the
the
difference?
tests. I mean, you're going to have a runny nose with the flu. You could have a runny nose with COVID. You're definitely going to have a runny nose with RSV. Cough the same way. So it's really different. The one that you can kind of tell the difference with is strep, and that's something that we haven't talked about. A lot of strep going around with kids. Usually they don't have the cough and the runny nose and stuff as much.
Just the soreness and the...
Right. But that's honestly about it. We need to test you. That's why it's so important.
Yes. So please don't delay. You can, if you don't have a primary care physician, come on down. Regina and any of the professionals there can help you out. They're located 1112 North Main. Call the office direct, 575-627-4200. Or come on by. You can even, and you can schedule an appointment with Regina Smith or any of the other physicians there that can help you take care same day, next day. I mean, a lot of times you can get your child in or yourself in this day, same day, and all that too.
Absolutely.
So, and I imagine give them a little time on Mondays, because I imagine Mondays are a little bit crazier than other days, because everybody gets sick over the weekend, and so there's probably, that's why we need to let her go, because there's probably about 10 people sitting at her office right now waiting for her to get taken care of here today. So we want to do that. But is there anything we missed? Anything that you guys wanted to share, or anything that we wanted to get out there that maybe people should know?
Just please take care of yourself, and I speak for myself, and I believe the other providers, that we're just really blessed to work in this wonderful community of Roswell, and we want you to know that we do support the community, and
we're very fortunate to have I mean, think about it, a town this size. We got not one but two great hospitals here.
Correct.
And so we're now a mecca. I remember when I first moved here 20-some years ago, people were going to Albuquerque, Lubbock, somewhere other than here to get stuff done. And nowadays, people come here to come.
Absolutely.
Loveless is a big reason for that. So we're very thankful, and we're very, very appreciative. So as much as you guys are thankful to be here, we are very thankful. And can we get burritos at the hospital yet? Yeah. All right. See, I waited till the very end to bring that up today. I'm a one-track mind dude. So they do. Get there early. So, again, to make an appointment with Regina Smith or anyone there at the office, come on by 1112 North Main. Call 575-627-4200. You can also go to loveless.com, right? Mm-hmm. And you can find a physician and read everything about everything there, too. So very good. Well, thank you as always. Appreciate the visit.
Thank you.
Stay healthy, and we'll see you here next time. And don't work too hard.
Be blessed.
Thank
you.
And Merry Christmas if I don't see you between now and then
Mike,
too.
Thanks.
I will. I'm gonna get in trouble. That's what I always do at Christmas. I do more than I should. Thank you. We appreciate you guys. It is 7:48. Let's pause for local news, quick break, and your Chaves County sports update. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. An emergency alert went out Sunday late morning regarding a 911 outage. A message from Eddy County Emergency Management said that all 911 lines were down in Eddy County and were being routed to Chaves County. Until further notice, if you must call 911 in Eddy County, first advise the dispatcher where you are. Carlsbad PD can still be contacted through their non-emergency number, which is 575-885-2111. The Eddy County Sheriff, Loving Police and Fire, and Artesia Police and Fire non-emergency number is 575-616-7155. A man has been arrested in Eddy County for human trafficking. The Eddy County Sheriff's Office confirming it responded to a call from a U.S. Border Patrol checkpoint in Texas on Friday regarding a vehicle that avoided the checkpoint there. Sheriff's deputies here in Eddy County discovered a vehicle that matched the description and pulled it over near Carlsbad. 44-year-old Hector Castro was arrested, but no other details are available. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo reporting.
Here's a head-scratcher. Mark Zuckerberg says the metaverse he's been so busy creating should not be regulated. In the metaverse, it should be anything goes. Well, at least anything Zuckerberg approves of. It is his metaverse, you know. So then, why should Twitter be regulated? It belongs to Elon Musk, doesn't it? I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by SimpliSafe. Whole home security that puts you and your family first. Get 40% off today at simplysafekim.com. It's worth noting that before Musk purchased Twitter, Washington, D.C. and Hollywood were just fine with it, warts and all. But under Musk, they say Twitter is hateful and racist. The White House even says it's keeping an eye on Twitter. That's a direct quote from the White House press secretary. Meanwhile, last Friday, Meta, the owner of Facebook and Instagram, the ones building the metaverse, urged Washington, D.C. to keep their hands off. So it's no regulations for the metaverse, but please clamp down on Twitter. I don't get it. Try my new Dell A-Tech podcast, perfect for on the go, called Kim Commando, today. Dell Technologies' Days of Deals for Business start now with fresh, limited quantity deals on tech to drive productivity. Save on select performance laptops and desktops powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, plus free shipping on everything and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL, 877-ASK-DELL.
At T-Mobile, we believe people deserve more without paying more. Get 4 iPhone 14s with their amazing cameras on us and 4 lines for $25 a line.
It's like expecting one caroler. Deck the hall with and getting a choir.
Switch and get 4 iPhone 14s on us with eligible trade-ins and 4 lines for $25 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and autopay plus taxes and fees for well-qualified customers with 4-line minimum. If you cancel service before 24 credits, credit stop and balance and required finance agreement for all devices is due. See T-Mobile.com for details.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have low pressure over northern New Mexico, but that'll be moving out of our area today. We'll start off with a few clouds. Wind will be gusty for most of the area. We should get some sunshine back by afternoon, and today's high in the mid-70s. Clearing up overnight down to the low 40s, and then we're expecting sunshine and breezy conditions on Tuesday. Our afternoon high near 70, maybe a shower Wednesday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
It's time for the Chaves County Sports Report. Got some boys basketball scores from over the weekend for you. It was not a good day Friday night for the Goddard Rockets playing at home against Hereford, Texas. The Herd takes that one 65-37. Goddard is starting off the season 0-2. They'll be back in action at the Academy tournament on Thursday. And that's when Roswell will be back in action, by the way, too. Tournament action on Thursday. Meanwhile, in small school hoops, it was Hagerman taking on Gateway Christian in the consolation bracket of the Melrose tournament, and Hagerman wins that one 38-32 on Friday, and then Hagerman beat Floyd 55-34 on Saturday. Meanwhile, Gateway Christian, after the loss to Hagerman, defeated Quemado 40-38 on Saturday. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bernie Bennett. FBI Director Chris Wray is raising national security concerns about TikTok, warning Friday that the control of the popular video sharing app is in the hands of the Chinese government.
All of these things are in the hands of a government that doesn't share our values and that has a mission that's very much at odds with what's in the best interest of the United States.
Ray told an audience at the University of Michigan's Gerald R. Ford School of Public Policy that China could use the app for traditional espionage operations. Members of the United Auto Workers Union appeared on Friday to favor replacing many of their current leaders in an election that stemmed from a federal bribery and embezzlement scandal involving former union officials. Reform-minded candidates are leading or close in multiple key races with about 84% of votes counted. Many challengers campaigned on rescinding concessions made to companies in previous contract talks, including cost of living pay raises and other items. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bernie Bennett in Washington.
This is the owner of Trustmark Roofing, and nothing makes us happier than telling our customers no. As in, no pricing games. We give you a guaranteed price and then we stand by it. No surprises, no gotchas. No obscurity. We don't just tell you what's wrong with your roof. We record our inspections and show you. No lemons. We install premium roofing materials from top brands like Owens Corning. No shortcuts. We're in the 2% of roofers with the Owens Corning Preferred Contractor Certificate for our local area. This means we offer precision installation and the longest warranties. Want a beautiful new roof that's built to last? Choose Trustmark Roofing, the roofer that loves to tell our customers no. For an estimate, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called Smart Hub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as Smart Hub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click Smart Hub to get started.
Edge Safety and Services LLC in Artesia, New Mexico has an immediate opening for a safety technician. Position requires a clean driving record and must be able to pass a drug and alcohol screen. Edge Safety offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contribution towards health benefits. Please email resumes to edgecoding@yahoo.com or apply in person at 402 West Main Street inside the Edge Safety and Services facility. Edge Safety and Services LLC is an equal opportunity employer.
Hey. By now, you've probably heard that health insurance is more affordable than ever. Well, it really is. But did you know that BULNM is the only place you can go to take advantage of the financial assistance available to most uninsured New Mexicans? Plus, we partner with quality brand name health insurance companies you know and trust. And the friendly and knowledgeable team at BULNM makes it so easy to shop and enroll for the right health insurance for you, your family, and your budget. And our help is free. Visit BULNM.com today.
Mark your calendars, shoppers. The Yucca Blossom Christmas Jamboree is set for December 10th and 11th at the Eddy County Fairgrounds in Artesia. Over 90 booths featuring all kinds of arts and crafts, candles, jewelry, clothing, keychains, home decor, kitchen and bath accessories, and so much more. Bring the family. There's something for everyone. Santa Claus will be there both days. There's plenty to eat and drink, too, with several food trucks on site. The Yucca Blossom Christmas Jamboree, December 10th and 11th at the Eddy County Fairgrounds, and paid by Eddy County Lodger's Tax.
The tradition continues. The Roswell Christmas Railway, now at the Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds. Climb aboard the Christmas wagon or head for Elftown, where the magic of the season awaits, with indoor and outdoor attractions, food, shopping, and of course, Santa. And check out the all-new Shepherd's Petting Zoo and Nativity. Find tickets and more at RoswellChristmasRailway.com. The Roswell Christmas Railway, returning this holiday season at the Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds. Powered by XL Energy and sponsored by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, Berkshire Hathaway Realtors, and Straight Shot Wireless. Merry Christmas!
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The ball on top of a flagpole is called a truck. Mess with your friends today by pointing at a flagpole and say, "Hey, check out the truck on top of that flagpole." Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is closing in on 7:58. News coming up in just a few minutes. We'll replay some interviews next hour. Let's see. A couple things I want to mention here. Let me see. This upcoming Saturday, December 10th, the Roswell Joy Center will be doing their annual Christmas breakfast. It'll be from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. at the Joy Center, which is located at 1822 North Montana. Tickets are just $10, and you'll get breakfast. And then, of course, Santa will be there. They're also going to have vendor booths as well. The menu for breakfast consists of pancakes, sausage, milk tea, or coffee, plus, like I said, breakfast with Santa Claus and vendors as well, so you can do a little Christmas shopping. It is an annual fundraising event for the Joy Center. For questions and tickets and more information, you can contact the Joy Center at 575-914-0285. Again, that's 575-914-0285. Delivery is also available, and if you call here pretty quickly, I wouldn't wait till later this week, but maybe like today, call them again at this number, 575-914-0285, and ask for Alex. You can still be a vendor at the event on Saturday, too. They do have a few spaces left available, but call today and get that taken care of. And but again, come on out, have a great breakfast, and help out the Roswell Joy Center this Saturday from 8 a.m. to 10 at the Joy Center, 1822 North Montana. For tickets are just $10. And for more information and to get tickets, you can reach out. Call 575-914-0285. Again, that's 575-914-0285. All right, closing in on 8 o'clock. We'll be back on the other side of news. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Roswell's home for talk radio is 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. An estimated 40,000 utility customers still without power in Moore County, North Carolina, northwest of Fayetteville, and there is a curfew in place. The result of weekend vandalism targeting the local power grid.
2 power substations have been badly damaged by gunfire in what's being investigated as a criminal act. That incident caused damage that could take days to repair and is leaving tens of thousands of people without electricity. Authorities in Moore County announcing a state of emergency, adding that county schools have been shut down. An official calls it an intentional crime that will be completely investigated. Jason Walker reporting.
Getting down to the wire for the candidates in the U.S. Senate runoff in Georgia. Republican Herschel Walker challenging Democrat incumbent Raphael Warnock. More than 1.5 million votes have already been cast in early voting and absentee ballots, in-person voting to take place tomorrow. A European Union embargo on certain Russian oil exports is in effect today. That's along with a $60 per barrel cap on Russian crude, meant to punish Moscow for its aggression in Ukraine.
The EU embargo bans imports of crude into the bloc by sea, while leaving some exemptions for countries such as Hungary, which depends on supplies of Russian oil via pipeline. A further EU embargo on refined oil products will come in February. Separate to this is the $60 a barrel cap allies seek to impose worldwide, which they're urging other countries to endorse. They want to deny insurance to tankers carrying oil bought at prices that exceed the cap. The Kremlin rejects the measure.
The BBC's Danny Aberhart. Watching Wall Street, stocks are sharply lower. The Dow is down 267 points. The Nasdaq off 77. The S&P trading 34 points in the red. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Charlie Dombeck here from Key City Capital. As a practicing CPA for nearly 30 years, I have found that 80% of your ability to grow your wealth is dependent upon 2 factors: taxes and investment performance. At Key City Capital, we improve investment performance by diversifying capital into off-market investment opportunities in passive rental real estate and alternatives like asset-backed lending. We recover dollars that clients unnecessarily pay in the form of income taxes, creating a lifetime annuity of savings. We are a sponsor of passive, affordable single and multifamily residential rental investments, which are located in Sunbelt landlord-friendly states. These investments are the top choices in a rising interest rate and inflationary environment. They represent a store of value, protecting your capital from market volatility. Learn how we at Key City Capital can help you ultimately grow your wealth rapidly. Connect with me at keycitycapital.com or give me a call at 817-912-1569.
There are fatalities and explosions at 2 Russian military facilities.
According to Russian news agencies, at least 3 people were killed and several others injured when a fuel tanker exploded at a military airfield near Ryazan in central Russia. No details were given about the cause of the blast. Also this morning, reports of an explosion in Saratov region at Engels Air Base. Long-range Russian strategic bombers are believed to be based there. These reports of 2 explosions at 2 different military sites will fuel speculation that Ukraine may be behind them, although both these areas are hundreds of kilometers from the Ukrainian border.
The BBC's Steve Rosenberg. South Korea's military says North Korea has fired about 130 suspected artillery rounds into the waters near their western and eastern sea borders, the latest military action contributing to worsening relations between the neighbors. News and analysis at townhall.com. Contemporary Christian singer Amy Grant, one of this year's Kennedy Center honorees.
At a White House reception for the honorees, President Biden hailed Grant's voice as a true gift from God that she shares with everyone. She is one of Christian music's most recognizable voices, and her crossover hits introduced her to a larger pop audience. Gospel and soul artists previously have been honored by the Kennedy Center, but Grant is the first Christian pop singer to be recognized in the 45 years of the honors. Greg Clugston, Washington.
An actor, musician, and children's author widely known for his portrayal of one of the first regular characters on the kids' show Sesame Street, Bob McGrath, has died at the age of 90. McGrath's passing confirmed by his family, who posted on his Facebook page. And the Sesame Workshop tweeted last evening that it mourns the passing of Bob McGrath. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The tablet said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2 of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Monday, everybody.
Welcome to it.
You know, you did that voice right there, and it kind of reminded me. It was funny. I was looking at some thread online last week, and a bunch of young people didn't realize that Howie Mandel voiced a bunch of cartoon stuff like Gizmo and all that.
Yep.
And so they had like learned it, and they were talking about, can you believe that Bobby's World? I was like, yeah,
I can.
And then I was
because he was doing this on stage for like 13 years before he started Bobby's World.
Yeah, and it was Gizmo that got him. I guess they'd watched Gremlins for the first time, realized that Howie Mandel voiced Gizmo, and you're like, yeah, he's done a bunch of other stuff too in that realm. I mean, Muppet Babies, he was one of the characters.
Yeah, he was. I want to say he was like Fozzie.
I can't remember which one, but yeah,
he wasn't Kermit.
Kermit. He voiced a lot of.
I used to. It's weird when you stumble upon things that you're weirdly good at. Like, I was a fully formed adult man when I realized I do a really weirdly good Barney the dinosaur.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking Barney Rubble.
I love you. You love me. I don't mean to. I don't want to. And last time I did that, somebody went, Sean, no! I'm sorry. It's
Barney was very polarizing.
Barney was.
At least I was at the age where it was polarizing to me because I was a young.
You were a fully formed adult male by the time Barney was.
And so I had to hate Barney and think Barney was creepy.
And I was a teenager. It was well after my time, but my brother was super into the show.
Yeah,
you know.
I to this day, and I don't mean to be mean.
Mm-hmm. Don't make any death threats. There's a whole documentary about that.
No.
Okay.
I don't mean to be mean. I don't get the Wiggles people. Like, to me, that looks like some kind of mental health creepo fest. And I would never show my children those
Now,
people.
I personally agree with you. But I also know British sensitivity or sensibilities and the way that they prefer their entertainment.
All right, well, they can have it.
I agree 100%. But like the whole smooshed banana, yeah, that whole they raise them different from an early, like they start them out real early, like learning all the kind of the weirder side.
I don't know.
But then again, that's also the side that was Jimmy Savile and all that. And
yeah,
there's a weird.
We don't know how that turned out.
Yeah,
some of us do.
I was gonna say our version of the Wiggles was the Teletubbies, but that was theirs too.
Yeah,
we just
they creep me out too.
The Teletubbies, dude. That is. I say that
it's nightmare fuel.
I say that television producers make shows with adults in mind. They made that show with an adult who was dropping acid while raising a 2-year-old in mind.
Yeah.
Like they had something for the kids to watch, but you to trip to.
I just get creeped out. I'm like, well, who?
Yeah, it's
kids don't watch this.
Weird show.
Watch something wholesome like Tom and Jerry beating the snot out of each other.
Exactly. I love the fact that my daughter, her go-tos are either like Bluey, My Little Pony, still, the standards, but then Roadrunner cartoons.
Yeah.
She loves Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons.
Well, I mean, that's all we watched.
Yeah.
It was literally Tom and Jerry whacking each other with frying pans, Roadrunner and Coyote going at it. I mean, that was.
Why do you think there's
an
entire generation that has such a sense of comeuppance?
Yeah. I like to raise my hand. So my perspective may be a bit skewed. Everyone's like, "Why are you creeped out of it?" Well,
Right.
Yeah, but Tom and Jerry's fine.
Yeah. What, 30-pound mallet? No, it's fine. It's fine. He'll come right back next scene.
Yeah, I loved him. So itchy and scratchy. Why do you think there would be no itchy and scratchy without Tom and Jerry?
Exactly.
That's my point. So anyway. I don't know why I brought that up. It was all because you did the voice there, and it reminded me of Howie Mandel and Gizmo. So, happy Monday, everybody. Hope everyone had a great weekend and all that.
It was a very interesting hiking trail we just went on. And we up the mountain, and then we came right back down to like, what were we talking about? You just came right back down the trail.
That's right. Let's go ride again.
I like it. We just went up the mountains, just get a quick view of what's going on. Saw Tom and Jerry up there, and came on back down.
That's right. Come up, say hi.
Well done.
Everybody's still there, and move on down.
Like it.
But I hope everyone had a good weekend, and we're gonna replay an interview this hour. We had the students from Brendo Elementary School. Some of the student council joined us last week. They're doing their canned food drive that gets underway today.
Yes,
and goes through the 15th. And they're collecting canned goods for Harvest Ministries, and they would love for the public to drop off canned goods. You can delineate what class it goes to or let them figure it out.
Right.
But they are competing for, I believe, an ice cream party. I think that's not silly string party. That was last time. I believe this is an ice cream party.
Okay.
So I think that's what they're competing for this time.
Gotcha.
So let's help these kids out so they can get some ice cream. And of course, help the community.
Yeah, that too. I'm convinced that there are some canned goods that companies just make just for like people like, ooh, put that in the food drive. Yeah, exactly. No, I'm saying this.
So tell me, what is the fruitcake of canned goods?
Well, I'm getting there. Don't do this, okay? Because my family, my in-laws, they said, hey, we have a bunch of cans of food that we we're never going to eat. Do you want them? And I got the bag, and it was literally okra and tomatoes in a can. Canned okra and tomatoes.
That could be good.
Yeah, but why that combination? It just seems like a very odd combo, okra and tomatoes.
To me, if I eat okra, it should be fried.
If I eat okra, it should be pickled or fried.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, neither one of those things was happening.
Never had pickled. No,
dude.
I'm not a big pickled thing.
It is.
Unless you're eating pickles, I'm not really into pickled things.
Yeah, that's half the reason I'll get a salad bar at a place is because they've got pickled okra.
Huh. I've never had pickles.
There was a place in town that's not here anymore that I dearly and sorely miss that used to have a pickle bar. When you'd go and get your barbecue at this barbecue place, they had off to the side a pickle bar with all kinds of different pickled things: pickled onions, regular pickles, thick pickles, or thickles as I call them, and pickled okra.
I've had pickled onions. I've had pickled pickles. But like other things pickled have really soured me.
Pickled onions are... My mom used to make...
Pickled eggs is gross to me.
Yeah, okay, when you get into the realm of like...
Pig's feet.
Matter. Yeah,
Pickled
but if you're
pig's
talking
feet.
about like vegetables and fruits, pickled beets, by far the only way I will eat beets. Matter of fact, it upsets me when I'll get a portion of beets at a salad bar and they don't pickle them. And I'm like, how dare you serve these unpickled? How dare you, sir? But my mom used to make fridge pickles, and it was always like onions, carrots, and then pickles, obviously.
Okay.
Pickled carrots are another one.
I don't think I've had pickled carrots.
You've had jalapenos, right?
I've had jalapenos.
Like canned jalapenos. Usually they'll put a carrot or two, slice a carrot two or two in there.
I don't recall seeing it.
That's like my favorite part of the canned jalapenos because it's hot, but it doesn't absorb all of the. Because carrots aren't that porous.
No, they're kind of.
They're fibrous.
Yeah, they're hard and crunchy generally.
Right.
So,
I like my carrots like I like my women thick, thick and fibrous.
I'm very very naive in the world of pickled things. I like pickles, and that's about my distance of pickled things.
I feel like this is like me maybe trying to tap back into my Oklahoma roots, where I'm like, I think I want to start canning stuff. I mean, I got the mason jars at home. I might as well break them out and start doing stuff with them.
Hey, just you got you some shelf space to put this stuff on.
Yeah, well, no, but I'll make it.
You could be like the Amish, have the pickle meats and all that stuff for the whole winter. Just jars
Real
of,
not sure about pickled meats. Pickled, like usually anything that comes from an animal is not going to be do well pickled. I don't feel like.
I got to be honest. I think that gave me a little bit of nightmare fuel growing up as a kid and going into the local convenience / liquor store that was near the house.
The always there giant jar of eggs.
Yeah, or
pig's feet. Pig's feet that never got replaced.
Yeah, and to be honest, yeah, it was. There was that jar of pickled pig feet, and what is it, about 1.5 2 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like it had things in it besides feet floating around.
Yeah,
it kind of looked like when you go to Haunted Mansion in Disney World. It's like one of those things is they're just kind of sitting on the fireplace or something in one of the
had in there was giblets. It's just meats that had fallen off the other bones.
I've never ever been that hungry where I was like, get me some of the food out of that jar, please.
They won't have some of that green stuff.
I've seen people get stuff out of there, but I wouldn't trust their opinion either. I'd see them and they're like, oh, they good. And I'm looking like, look at you.
Right.
No.
But then there's also the fermented side of things. I know you got to get to the interview. There's also like the fermented side of things like kimchi.
Yeah.
I like that for a whole different reason. It's pickled, but not quite the same.
I'd go to that grocery store or that liquor store / and I'd just say, no thank you on those. I go right to the cooler, find my Donald Duck orange juice and Hershey's ice cream in the Hershey little blocks. Because, that's all they sold was like old school Hershey. And you go Donald Duck because that's what you mix the liquor with.
Right, that's so funny. As a kid, you go to with your dad to the liquor store, you're like, oh, they thought of the kids. Look, they put the Donald Duck orange juice.
Yeah.
No, it's just because that's the only one that was small enough for the serving that was perfect for the
I've never
drinks.
seen, other than that times I drank it, people drink Donald Duck orange juice for anything other than to mix it with as a screwdriver or something.
When I was a kid, it always excited me when I'd walk, like in the grocery store, you'd see the big cartons of the Donald Duck.
Yeah.
We never got it because it was way too expensive, but it was always a possibility.
I only saw it in those little, 8-ounce cans or whatever it is. Yeah. With that little pull lip thing. Yeah. All right, let's 8:16 while we reminisce about old drunkenness. Let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have low pressure over northern New Mexico, but that'll be moving out of our area today. We'll start off with a few clouds. Wind will be gusty for most of the area. We should get some sunshine back by afternoon, and today's high in the mid-70s. Clearing up overnight down to the low 40s, and then we're expecting sunshine and breezy conditions on Tuesday. Our afternoon high near 70, maybe a shower Wednesday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 49 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is 83%. Winds calm at the moment. Sunny and 74 today. Winds will be out of the west at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Overnight low of 41 degrees. Southwest winds 5 to 10. Sunny, highs near 70 for you Tuesday. Southwest winds 5 to 10. Partly cloudy tomorrow night. Overnight low of 44. Just glance at the rest of the week. Wednesday, a 20% chance of rain. Partly cloudy, high of 66. Thursday, sunny, highs around 63. And mostly sunny Friday, highs near 60 on Friday. All right, it is 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and then we're going to play our interview with the students from Berendo Elementary talking about their food drive on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Sound the alarm. Backdraft Barbecue is ready to set your taste buds on fire with the best slow smoke barbecue around, by the plate or by the pound. Plus truly one-of-a-kind creations like brisket nachos or the 5-alarm bowl, or a savory Sammy like the hook and ladder, or take on the 1098 challenge seen on Man vs. Food. With over 4 pounds of everything Backdraft makes, will you make the Wall of Fame or the Wall of Shame like Casey Webb of Man vs. Food? Open Tuesday through Saturday 11 to 8 and Sundays 11 to 5 in Roswell at 301 Railroad Avenue. Backdraft Barbecue, alarmingly delicious.
The numbers don't lie. Crime is up in southeastern New Mexico. In 2021, Roswell had almost 40 crimes per 1,000, including larceny, assault battery, burglary, motor vehicle theft, robbery, and homicide. These days, the best defense you can get is having a locally owned company install the best security system available. That's Zena Security Services. They offer real security solutions for your home and business. When it comes to your safety, you need a locally owned, locally minded security company at your defense. Call Zena Security Services today, 575-626-3521, 575-626-3521.
At Anderson Bethany Funeral Home and Crematorium, we honor and pay tribute to the achievements of your loved one by celebrating the life you shared together. Anderson Bethany Funeral Home and Crematorium is compassionate and cares about our local community and the families we serve here in southeastern New Mexico. Locally owned and operated, we will be here to help you decide how to celebrate the bond you've shared and pay tribute to the unique individual you've lost. Visit us at 2609 South Main in Roswell or call 622-5888.
Carlsbad and Roswell. The Backyard Butchers are here with 20 ribeyes for $39. That's less than $2 a steak. Look for the big white truck in the parking lot at Sutherland's in Carlsbad and Tractor Supply Co. in Roswell. Stock up and save on bulk meat specials on beef, chicken, and seafood. Just look for the big white truck in the parking lot right now at Sutherland's in Carlsbad and Tractor Supply Co. in Roswell. Get 20 ribeyes for $39 and more bulk meat deals. Read reviews, chat with our seasoned butchers, and find all locations and info at backyardbutchers.com. Backyardbutchers.com. Cash, credit, debit, and EBT accepted.
Greetings, Roswell. We're the student council members at Berendo Elementary.
Starting December 5th
and running through the 15th.
Our school will be holding a canned food drive. Our goal is to raise
over 2,000 food items
that will be donated
to the Harvest Food Ministry. Please donate if you can.
Let's make this a bright Christmas!
Please help out by donating canned food items to Berendo Elementary School December 5th through the 15th.
Thank you!
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Slugs have 4 noses, but no fingers to pick them. Here's Mike Winters.
Joining us in the studio this morning from the Roswell Literacy Council, Larry Martin back with us. Morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
How was your holidays? It's been a while since we talked to you a little bit.
Well, I ate so much I had to stop eating.
I think you were in the majority there. I think most of us ate to extremes.
Yeah, I had a great pecan pie, I might say.
Good deal. Excellent. Was that the highlight, the pecan pie?
No, but it was close.
It was right up there. Yeah. So very good. Well, for folks that aren't familiar, the Roswell Literacy Council is a great service organization that helps people here in our community become literate, whether it's English as a second language, whether it's just giving them the skills to read, whether it's to help them pursue a GED or go beyond that, whatever it is. The Literacy Council is that platform to help people free of charge, by the way, obtain these goals. That's kind of the main focus of the Literacy Council, but it kind of does branch off into other things a little bit too. So, but is that pretty good I guess, summary of what the Literacy Council does?
Pretty much. We're not complicated. We are dedicated to adult learning primarily in Chavez County.
Yeah.
And,
of course, you guys, you help out with like a Job Corps. And so you not only do people come to you, but you go out to them as well.
we go to the Youth Challenge.
Youth Challenge, Youth Challenge, yes.
And Job Corps welcome. If they want to come by our office, we'll help them out.
Well, we can add it to the thing. I got that mixed up. But yes, they both do great work
Yeah.
for younger people in our community here.
Yeah.
So
We just finished tutoring the Youth Challenge last week for this semester. And we'll probably start up in February with the next class.
Okay, very good. But
And that means that we need tutors. We had a shortage of tutors. We had like 3 per instructor, and that gets tough. You want to be one-on-one or
Sure.
2-on-1 maybe.
yeah, especially when you're coming to something, because it's really a lot of one-on-one work with.
Yeah.
Because I think some of the concepts the group would get, but as far as individual needs, with the connecting the dots there, that's where you really need someone to sit down and work one-on-one with some of these individuals.
Yeah.
So if there's anybody listening that would are looking for a place to serve and be useful, and it really is not that a big of asking a big requirement out of you. You don't have to be a Rhodes Scholar or a professor to teach people literacy. If you yourself are able to read and write, and they provide the materials and the kind of the tools to help you teach these people to become literate. So really, if you just have a desire and you are yourself literate, you can come and help us. We'd love to have you.
Well, the main 2 areas are reading and math.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to be a geography guy or trigonometry, whatever.
But if you have basically a high school diploma, then you are qualified to
pretty much
to be someone that can teach people the first steps of reading and writing and getting them closer to their proper reading levels and things like that, to where they should be as adults or wherever they are in their life.
Yeah.
So, absolutely. What's right now? I mean, obviously you go out there, but for folks that are in need, you can just come on by the Literacy Council office here and just pop on in and say, hey, I heard you on the radio, or I heard about you guys. I would love to. Whatever your reason is, I just I was farming, ranching, and when I was a kid, education was a little different and things, and now I'd kind of like to get back into that. They can help you out, or maybe English is not your first language, and you're picking up English now, and you need help with that.
We last year we had a lot of people, English, Spanish, and back and forth, and the office, by the way, is on 609 West 10th, which is near the Adult Center.
Yeah.
And you can just drop in just about any morning. There's someone there, and some afternoons.
Good deal. And that way you can pop in and ask questions, and this is for anybody that whether you want to be a tutor, an instructor, or help and volunteer, or if you are in need of services here. Either way, come on and by, and they'll be happy to talk to you. Of course, do you guys still share the building there with Red Cross?
Red Cross, yes.
So if you need some Red Cross help, they can
exactly.
they can help you out too.
Got to promote the Red Cross too. They're good friends with us.
Yeah,
and they have their own little office with us, and they do a lot of work. And I believe the gentleman was with me last week.
Yeah, we had him last time on, and so if you're looking for a couple places to volunteer, the Red Cross folks could definitely they could use a hand too. So when you're not teaching people to read and write, you could help collect resources and things to get ready for the next emergency that does happen here, when or if that happens.
If a hurricane gets up here from Florida.
Yeah. I think we're safe from those, but the occasional tornado does roll through here, and we get these just god-awful storms every now and then, so people need help from time to time.
Well, someone pointed out once that you have to be able to read your medicine label. That seems pretty important to me.
I think it is.
If you can't read that, you got a problem.
And the problem is, the people that need more of those are generally people like our age, or a little longer in the tooth, and our eyes get worse, and they make those names longer and smaller. So it's like, I can read just fine. I just can't see that name. There's more consonants in that thing than there is actually in the alphabet.
Yeah, and don't feel embarrassed. We're well aware of people who cannot read and who have difficulties. So that's no big problem. Come on in and check it out.
I imagine for especially older adults, the longer you've managed life, not being literate, the more, and if sometimes that does build up that embarrassment or like, I should have done this a long time ago. Yes, that's the thing. It's a judgment-free, we're just happy you're here and want you to come and help you. It's never an embarrassment or a bad idea to want to improve yourself or your life. Anytime you're going in that direction, be proud of that. That's a good thing. Life hands us a lot of obstacles, and everyone has different ones to deal with. And sometimes it strains you off a path a little differently, or puts you down a different path, and you're kind of like, hey, I've done what I need to do here. I need to get back onto the path I wanted to be on. And so life happens. So there is no embarrassment. We all have our unique experiences. And you know what? There's probably a lot of things you've gone through that some of the people that are going to help you read could never understand or wrap their head around. So it's life. It's how life is, and we get how life happens. So if you're just wanting to come and make something better for yourself, all we're here to do is help you do that. No judgment, no embarrassment. Don't feel shy. Don't feel like you're inferior in any way, shape, or form, because you're not. You just had a different deck of cards handed to you than the rest of us were, or some of us were. And let's help you get your winning hand in this poker game too. So
well, all of us are volunteers, so we're not in a position of judgment. So
sure, absolutely, it's life. We're here to help people navigate life like everything else. So please come and I know this, when life is so much easier when you are literate and have the tools to understand and navigate things in a room. And I know, especially people that are truly illiterate and they've been doing it for a long time, they're quite capable of hiding their deficiency, so to speak, and are able to, you look at something 100 times, you kind of figure out what that is, even if you don't know the letters per se. It's like, oh, that's a stop sign, obviously, or that. So you kind of figure that stuff out, but you don't have to. There's ways to help by that. So please come through the doors. Please, if maybe New Year's is around the corner, if your resolution is to make better, and that's part of that is to become literate or to be better at some of this, or to pick up English as that second language, please, the Roswell Literacy Council would love to have you, help you. And again, everything they offer is free of charge, because it's all volunteers just volunteering their time to want to help you. That's all it's about.
And as I point out, we're all volunteers, and we could use some more volunteers.
Like I said,
we have a limit that COVID really set us back. We didn't have meetings, and we didn't volunteer, or people didn't volunteer, put it that way. And
I'm guessing a hunk or percentage of your volunteers are probably retired folks that are a little bit older. So with COVID and all that kind of put them on the bench for a little bit. Yeah. And so now we're just kind of getting back to getting the gang all together, and some people have moved on, or we may have lost a few over the years with age and COVID and everything else. But we need the next generation of people to kind of come in and say, hey, I'm ready to. Maybe there's someone that was on the other side of the table 5 years ago, and now you're here, and you're like, hey, why? I'd like to get back, and maybe I helped some people the way you guys helped me 5 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, we find that most of them are retired teachers, volunteers for this. Obviously, they can relate to students, and you have to relate to a person before you can teach them, obviously. Sure. But we would like to get more retired teachers. They're out there, and if you retired at 60, you still got a lot of years. Yes, you can contribute.
Absolutely, or even earlier, depending on when you started your teaching career. Like my wife, she's entering her 25th year now. I don't think she's going to retire this year. She's going to keep going, but she's eligible to retire now, and I'm not trying to get my age, young, but my wife's not 50 yet, so that's all. She's not far from there.
You don't need to say a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm just saying she's got some tread left on the tires here. We got a few years left, even though she's eligible to retire here pretty soon.
I want to plug also. We're still going to do the Knowledge Bowl.
Good.
We canceled it this fall. We just couldn't get it together.
You're going to move it to
sometime in February or March, after the Super Bowl, obviously.
Kind of a little lull there between the next gigs and things. So.
And there's nothing really big happening at that time. And it's a Sunday afternoon, and it's a 5-man teams. And it's basically unusual knowledge. And I come up with a whole lot of questions. And one gentleman of mine gave me a list here of about 300 questions, of which most of them for instance, who discovered penicillin? I don't know, and I frankly don't care.
I used to know
So we
that.
don't use that one.
Yeah.
You know? So we try to avoid trivia.
Gotcha.
We need questions that are relevant to you. And
Gotcha.
us.
So kind of, yeah, but it is kind of, if you live life and, so it could be some sports, pop culture, things that, it's not like obscure, in 1902, so-and-so did this. What was the color of his eyes? No.
No. We're not there to trick you. We want to find out who the really smartest people in Roswell
Sure. It's
are.
a lot of fun. A lot. We invite other service organizations. I know My American Legion Post. We compete as a team in years past, and I would imagine we'll be back there in February trying to win that crown. I think we came in second last time, so we got.
Well, the Eagles won it one year.
Yeah,
and I think Sertoma won it. And
I think we came in second last time or third. I don't remember. It was one of the. We were in the top 3 there, but not quite the top billing. So we gotta come back and try to take that title. And it's a lot of fun. They make this is why I say that you guys at Literacy Council make a lot of fun. They put a bunch of tables. They get a bunch of snack foods, and it's just a bunch of people having a good time. They mingle and kind of, and then you watch as all the teams kind of set up their strategies, and you can bring up to 5 people. And so depending on how you do it, you might want to have, all right, here's my sports expert, here's my TV movie trivia expert, here's my history expert, here's my pop culture expert, whatever it is. Or if you do it however you way, but generally that's a lot of teams kind of try to get an eclectic mix of experts so they can kind of cover all bases. But your team do as you technically, if you're just a know-it-all, you can just get a couple people to sit with you and you answer all the questions. I mean, you do you, but
well, I noticed at one table, one gentleman was answering about 2/3 of the questions.
Yeah,
and of course, I don't contribute anything to him. I just run it like Alex Trebek.
Sure,
it's a lot like Jeopardy.
You're very neutral.
Yeah, very, and we have fun. We project it up on the wall. Everyone can see questions, and it's fun. And we sort of have a high-tech outlook.
Yeah.
But the main thing is that if you think you want to contribute, see if you can find an organization that'll sponsor you. There is a $100 fee. It's our fundraiser for the Literacy Council.
This keeps the doors open.
And right. And so, and we like to have fun. We've done this for at least 10 years, probably more than that.
Yeah. But it's a lot of fun. It is a fun afternoon. They just come and you get to, everyone loves to peacock and brag a little about how much they know, and this is kind of a chance for you to showcase that a little bit. It's all in good fun. Everybody has a good time. Food's fun. Everyone's snacking and just watching the stand-ins and talking. Friendly smack talk banter. Nothing to but just a little bit of fun and everything there, and everyone has a good time. And so but you're right. The $100 that goes back to the Literacy Council to keep these programs, to buy the materials, to pay the light bill, to do all the things that they need to do to maintain the Literacy Council. So we'd like to get as many teams as possible to pack. Where are you guys going to try to do it this year?
We'll do it again in the Joy Center, which is on West 19th.
And so we'd like to get as many tables of participating teams as we can crowbar into the Joy Center room there. And,
we had 9 teams last time, and we could put 40 in there.
Yeah.
That's about what maximum. The fire department probably might argue.
Well, let's make them nervous. Let's get 40 teams in there for this one. In you got till the spring here or late winter to start and we'll get Larry back in as we lock down dates and all that stuff. But
we'd like to encourage schools. Now we tried to get the district to do something, but we couldn't get it going early enough last time.
Maybe
but
this time
if we can get a high school rep from each team from each high school, that'd be great. They are free. We don't charge.
You won't charge those kids. Yeah, come in. We'd love to see that. Like if you got I remember when I was a kid, and this may have been more East Coast, but there used to be a game show on TV, and I think it got like regional. I'm not sure if it went national exposure, but it was a game show called It's Academic. And the McLaughlin group, John McLaughlin, used to host it. And it would basically be high schools. And they would compete in much like a Knowledge Bowl type trivia set. And it'd be a 3-team of 3. And, they hit them with, usually for them it's geography, history, math, stuff they're learning in school. And they would, so I loved it. And so the teams in high schools in the area would actually have academic as a club, and they would do this kind of stuff. And then some of them might actually get to go and compete on the show and things. So I would love to see some of that kind of stuff going on in our high schools. Where
I think
maybe we have
great.
a knowledge club or a trivia club that they do these little trivia bowls and things, and then put your team together to come compete in the literacy council's trivia
Well, we're
bowl.
trying not to make it an official thing, but each high school, if you have a glee club or anything like that that think they're smart, and hey, get together with a teacher, get sponsored, someone to come down and show us you got what it takes.
Yeah, maybe some of the drama students, or maybe one of the sports teams want to put a team together, or like I said, the key club or drama or maybe FFA or student council. Anybody, come on down. Let's see what you got. So
show off for your school.
Yeah, there'll be lots of snacks.
Last year, the high school team that won was the youth challenge. Now they're not all.
They're a little older.
They're not all being tutored. Let's put it this way.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
So I mean, they got some smart guys out there.
Good deal. So
they
you
won
got
last
competition.
Year. Yeah.
But it's all fun. It's all and at the end of the day, we're just trying to raise as much money for the Literacy Council so we can keep providing all those services free of charge for anybody that needs them here in our community. But like I said, we'll look for more of that here in February. In the meantime, we're looking for volunteers. We're looking for folks that would love to, like you said here, beginning in the new year, you're going to be back out at Youth Challenge, and you're going to need more instructors, more volunteers to come and help tutor and help. If you're a retired teacher, love to have you. But like we said, if you have a passion for it and pretty much you have a high school diploma, you're pretty much qualified enough to be able to teach reading and being literate, helping get people literate again. So that's the part I love. And so it doesn't require, on average, you guys, you can, if you got a couple hours a week to spend with someone, awesome. If it's less than that, more than that, whatever it is, we'd love it.
Yeah, tutoring is an hour, and it takes 20 minutes to get there. So you're looking at 2 hours a week.
Yeah,
no big deal. It's kind of interesting. You meet these young people, and I tell them when I talk to them, I says, I'll tell them that at graduation, your father will go, "Wow, what happened?" and your mom will cry.
Yeah, and you're probably 99.9% of the time you nailed it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what happens at Youth Challenge. It's a great graduation when they have it. I enjoy going to it.
Well, it is because, and I can get that because those kids went through a lot of adversity and to get where they're at and to see them achieve and succeed. And those parents have been rooting for them this whole time. And they finally all right, we got them.
Right.
They're going to be okay.
Yeah.
High five. We did our job.
Yeah, I like to put in a plug here when we have time.
Let's do plug away.
I'm with the Lions Club, and we're conducting our carriage rides.
Okay.
The Friday and Saturday, the next 2 weeks, the 9th, 10th, 16th, and 17th.
Okay.
And they start at the Boy Scout building on Aspen.
Just down by the orchards there.
North of Country Club.
Yeah, right, kind of nestled in the pine orchards there a little bit. Yeah.
And if you want a ticket, you can get them at Roswell online at roswellmiddaylions.org.
Okay. Yeah, they're right on Country Club. I can't remember the name of the church. It's right on the corner of Aspen.
That's Latter-day Saints.
Latter-day Saints Church. Where you make that turn onto Aspen, right next to that, follow it, a couple hundred yards, and there's the Boy Scout.
It's well lit. You can't miss it. We have lights all over the place.
Yeah,
and
so
that's the thing.
And then you'll see the Boy Scout headquarters building there on your right as you go down there and pull in and
those 2 or 3 streets are some of the best lit streets in town. So that's why we picked it.
And it's a pretty area with the trees and everything. And depending on the neighborhood, a lot of them like to light up their homes in that area. So depending on how many have already started. Some don't wait till later. You might kind of enjoy the Christmas lights and
we encourage them. But some of those, at my house, I have a couple of strings that run along the side of the building there.
Yeah. Enough to say I did it, but not all out.
I'm not going to break a neck getting off a ladder or getting on the ladder.
Not ready to go Jesse McDaniel level with tune into my radio station and check out all the, the dancing lights come to the music and all that.
Some of these homes pay pretty good money for professionals to come in and light them up, and they are fantastic. That's all I can say. So
Absolutely.
I'm encouraging. If you'd like to have some fun on a Friday, Saturday, next couple of weeks, give us a shot.
Yeah, and this is a fundraiser for the Lions
Club. Yeah.
Good deal.
With the Lions Club essentially spends money on eyeglasses for youth.
Yeah, that's kind of their passion projects here.
Yeah.
Should they just reach out through Facebook or something? Would that probably be the easiest way to, if they're interested in, or just come on out Friday?
Well, if you come out there, you're going to fight a reservation, but you can try it.
Okay.
But generally speaking, about half the rides still have space on them, but most of them are booked.
So
go to website is RoswellMiddayLions.org.
Okay.
It's an org, not com.
Gotcha. It's a nonprofit.
I
So they get
say
it all.
Roswell, and you got that. Midday is Midday.
Gotcha.
Midday Lions. So we don't have a phone number. We're not that professional.
Yeah. So you can leave a reservation through the RoswellMiddayLions.org website.
Yes.
And then come on out this weekend and at your
not
reservation
this weekend.
next week. I'm sorry. Next weekend, and come out during your reservation time and come enjoy the lights, and hopefully the weather cooperates where it's cool but not windy.
Well, one year it was like 20 degrees, so don't leave your coat at home. Put it that way, you know.
Well, and you want
but
it a
it's
little
fun.
cold.
We have a fire. We have a fire campfire. We can huddle around.
And you want
chairs
it a little cold because it wouldn't feel right if it's 70 degrees out there while you're doing this. It needs to have, it's got to be cocoa drinking weather for it to work right.
And we have cocoa.
And that's the requirement. If it's cold enough to drink cocoa, but not windy and nasty, that's the perfect, the perfect, that cool enough where you need a jacket, but it's pleasant to stand out there and sip your cocoa while you.
Now, we used to have horses, which is a great draw. We don't have horses anymore. They're tough to come by, and you have to have a team for a wagon. It's really difficult. I didn't realize how tough
Well,
it was.
and I'm not an expert, but I'm guessing, certain horses are designed to be pullers and certain ones aren't.
Right,
And so there's probably a lack of number of carriage trained horses to pull. It's like people got horses, but none of them are trained to pull carriages. That's a difference.
They have to work together.
Yeah, there is a tandem and a team. Like it's all cool to watch the Clydesdales, but that's a lot of work to make sure the Clydesdales do what the Clydesdales do. Kind of thing. So, but cool, very good. And again, that's next weekend. And again, go to Midday Lions, RoswellMiddayLions.org to go to that website there.
Right.
So. Good deal. I know we wanted to talk a little bit also about Kiwanis Club, their event on Saturday too. Don't forget that.
I like to plug all the service organizations. Most of us are volunteers, businessmen, and just retired guys like me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm over 60. I got plenty of time to work on different things. And so I plugged the Kiwanis and the Optimists, and I went to the Rotary last month to plug the dance we had, the Lions dance, and they had a packed house. And so if you don't have anything to do and you're over 60, you ought to get out there and join one of these groups.
Absolutely.
And just go to the Chamber of Commerce. They'll help you out.
Yeah, I know, like the Kiwanis, they meet, is it the first and third Tuesday at Cerritos at lunchtime, and of course, and for instance, their fundraising events tomorrow at the Anderson, it's Home Again. It is a tribute to Carole King. Deb DeLuca is going to play that beautiful piano they got at the Anderson Museum. It's going to be a great concert. You can still get tickets, but you need to call Lori direct, 575-513-8119. 575-513-8119. And get tickets. They're doing heavy hors d'oeuvres and everything. So the concert's at 7. You probably want to get there about 6 for the hors d'oeuvres and mingling. And, of course, if you've never walked around and viewed the beautiful Anderson Museum, you better take a few minutes to do that because it's a beautiful facility. And then about 7, they'll kick off the concert and everything there.
Does it have the price on there?
Not on here, but I want to say it's around $50. I don't know the exact price off the top of my head.
Well, you can only get so many people in the museum there, so you charge $5, you don't make any money.
Well, and they're hoping this is the last fundraising event for their all-inclusive park. That's what the Kiwanis have been working towards, and they're hoping this is the last event that kind of pushes that number to where they need it to be to start doing the next phases of that project. So that's kind of where we're at there. But yeah, come out. It's a beautiful night. And like if you're a James Taylor fan, Carole King wrote a bunch of those songs. So if you love James Taylor, you're going to love this. And so that's kind of, Carole King's one of those that I always compare to Prince has, Prince, because Prince had some hits.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of artists that owe their careers to Prince because he wrote all their songs. Off the top of my head, Christina Aguilera, many of her early stuff was written by Prince. And so Carole King is that way for many artists of the 70s and that generation, that era, where you think it especially a lot of James Taylor songs were written by her and things like that. So it's pretty cool. So you kind of get to see it, from the source here. So it's going to be a fun concert. So, there's something else I was going to mention too, and just shot out over my head there. I don't remember, but anyway, what else? Is there anything else that we want to mention for Literacy Council or any information that we didn't get a chance to talk about earlier?
No, but I'm also on the board for RSVP, which is Roswell Senior Volunteers.
Yes.
And Sean Davis is the boss there, and if you want to volunteer for something and you're not sure, go by and see him. He's on Sunset, and he'll tell you which ones more fit what you want to do.
Yeah, he's very good at helping. They do a great stuff there with RSVP, helping folks in our community too. One more, since we'd mentioned this. Now, like you said, the Knowledge Bowl, well, the Joyce Center is going to be hosting that here in the coming year. But next Saturday, the Joyce Center is having their annual Christmas breakfast. It's their annual fundraiser event where you come out next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, the 10th.
10th.
Yeah, between 8 and 10. Tickets are $10, and you get a full breakfast of, this paper doesn't have it, the other one. It's like pancakes and sausage and coffee and juice and tea. It's a whole full menu here. Here we go. I got it. Pancakes, sausage, milk, tea, and coffee. Breakfast with Santa Claus. Plus, they also have vendors, and so you can do a little Christmas shopping. I think they got hand crafts and things, and then they'll have Scentsy and some of those kinds of products available there too. So it's their annual fundraiser they do every year at the Joyce Center. So RSVP and getting your tickets by calling 575-623-4866. Last I checked, they still had some vendor space. So if you'd like to be a vendor, reach out to Alex at the Joyce Center, 575-914-0285. So another little plug there for
Well, I'll plug the Joyce Center because I eat there quite often.
You're a regular?
And $2 a meal for, I believe you have to be 60.
Okay. I'm not quite there yet.
That's the right number. But if you're over 60 and you want to know what you're doing for lunch, come out and have a lunch. I mean, the place is not full. We used to have, I don't know the number, we used to fill that place a couple of years ago, and now it's really diminished. I think a lot of people just don't know what's available.
And I'm sure COVID took a beating on that because they were thriving now. So it's kind of, getting people back to the routine and coming in and visiting. So, but come on out for their breakfast next Saturday. Come out, support them, and have a great breakfast, meet Santa Claus, do a little Christmas shopping, and all of that supporting the Joyce Center. So it's a good thing.
It's well organized. If you remember, they had the Halloween event, which I didn't go to, but I understand was a big hit.
Yeah.
So they know what they're doing.
They can plan a party over the Joy. It is called the Joyce Center for a reason. They're good at spreading it and creating it. So good deal. And then, of course, if anybody has any questions about the Roswell Literacy Council, whether you need the services, want to volunteer, you can always reach out to the Facebook page. The Roswell Literacy Council is a Facebook page. You can always shoot a message there. You can come by the office on 10th Street. What's generally the hours of operation for that?
Generally, I would say 9 to 2. That's the guess, but I can't remember what they told me.
Okay. And is there a phone number people can call and leave a voicemail or talk to a live person?
I have a phone number here. So.
If you have any questions. Some people don't like doing internet and all that, but you can reach out and leave a message or if you get a live person, and they'll get back to you.
Well, if you really want to see, you just need to drop by. We have a lot of computers for, computer learning. Automatic programs where you can learn English or whatever.
Kind of self-guided kind of thing?
Yeah, you can sit over in the corner and do it yourself if you want to. And try 575, which is normal, 625-1369.
Okay, 625-1369 is the Literacy Council's number, or come by the office there on 10th Street there
and
too.
Either leave a message or someone will usually be there. But
yeah, if you just happen to catch them where they're lunch break or whatever, you can you can leave a message and they'll get back to you here. So, well, good deal.
They do have a website, which I'll mention.
Sure.
Roswell-literacy.org.
Okay, that should be easy to remember. Roswell-literacy.org.
Don't forget the dash. The dumb computer doesn't know any difference.
Yeah, they're pretty meticulous.
Yeah.
And I imagine if you just Google Roswell Literacy Council, put an NM in there in case.
That's probably right.
Yeah, they probably get something just in case Georgia has their own version of this, which they probably do.
Keep running to Roswell, Georgia.
One day I'm going to visit that place. Very good. Well, Larry, as always, appreciate the visit. I hope I'll see you before Christmas, but if I don't, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you here in 2022. But anytime you guys need anything or anything, just give me a holler. Love to have you.
Well, I'd like to plug the Lions again next week or the week after if you got open space.
We'll make that happen.
Make some comments.
Yeah, we will make that happen here. So very good. We'll stick around. We'll pick that right after here. So. And then some of you had my wife as your teacher. Y'all did bats when you were in her class, right? She does bats every year. So, yes, you got a statement?
Reading, and I also, his mom is my reading teacher.
Oh.
And my reading teacher.
Oh.
And my math teacher.
So if you don't do it, you got to make sure you get talking to her and help you to get that done.
Yeah.
So. Well, good deal.
So math and reading are mine.
Good for you guys. I was surprised nobody answered lunch or recess. I was waiting for one. I was waiting for one lunch or recess, and nobody answered lunch or recess.
Well, that's not a subject. Well, you said subject.
That's true. I did say subject.
I get a code.
When I was your age, lunch was a subject for me. So
lunch is the subject for your stomach. She said. I think it's the subject.
Go ahead. You want to share
stomach.
something, young man? Go ahead. No, he changed his mind.
What was for lunch today? Spaghetti.
Ah, spaghetti. Is that your favorite? Anybody?
I'm so hungry
Is
now.
spaghetti their favorite? Anybody?
No, I don't know.
I bet I know the answer. How about pizza? If I say pizza, pizza, go ahead. Good potato. She's shaking her head no. What's yours?
Pomegranate.
Pomegranate. Wow, she's not mess. She's going fan.
Or the Chinese food they give us.
Ah, you like Asian cuisine? And do you like noodles or rice or both?
Rice.
Gotcha.
Rice is good.
Go ahead.
Seafood.
Seafood? I'm with you. I'm a seafood person. Go ahead.
Sushi.
Sushi? It's that kind of seafood. Just got to cook it first. Okay. One more.
There's this one. It's like a soup, I guess you could call it.
Okay.
It's called pho. That's.
Oh, I know that. Yeah. Again, Asian cuisine, the pho or pho, depending on where you come from. Some people say pho, some say pho, but
I say pho.
I say it's delicious. Doesn't matter what it is. So.
That's what it's called. Delicious.
Very good. All right, we're running out of time here, so let's get our our class president up here, our student council president. Let's remind everybody all the information about the food drive and remind them one more time what they can do.
The whole school raised $9,380.
Awesome.
Our top selling class raised $1,545, and that's Miss Calloway's class.
Congratulations.
Shout out to y'all.
Glow stick party coming or happened, one or the other.
And our top seller was in kindergarten. She raised $435.
Okay.
Her name is Abby. And our second top seller, her name is Brantley, or I don't know, Brantley.
Yes.
In second grade, and they raised $395.
Awesome. Congratulations to all of those from the Turkey Trot. But now it's time for our new one here to bring food between December 5th and December 15th. Drop off non-perishable food items, canned goods, box dinners, everything that's non-perishable. Drop them off to Brendo Elementary. Every single piece of food collected will go to Harvest Ministries here in Roswell to help folks in our community here. But you got a 10-day window between December 5th and December 10th to drop off those food items.
15th.
Yes. 15th. Did I say 10th again? Jeez, I'm an idiot. 15th. Go ahead.
Our goal is over 2,000 food items.
All right. We're going to break that.
Yeah.
We're going to break
Last
that.
year we broke it because it was 1,000 and we got 1,600.
So now you doubled it this time to
what
2.
What did Mrs. Henderson do for you guys when we broke the...
When you broke the record. What did y'all do when you broke the record last
What
year?
did she do? You remember with the silly string?
Oh, yeah, we got
Oh, you had a silly string party.
We got to spray her with silly string.
Oh, spray the principal, huh?
She stood on the basketball court.
Even the nurse. And the nurse.
Were y'all nice, or did you like sprayed up her nose and all that stuff? Okay. You were nice. You didn't put it all in her ears and all that stuff. But she was covered.
Yeah.
So there might have been a strand or two that shot up in her ears or her nose.
There was pictures.
Well, good.
She's going to do something
Well,
for them
maybe if you break the record this time, if you go over 2,000, maybe you get another special treat there. So,
That's not a treat.
so
Like maybe we have like a...
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But very good. Well,
Mystery.
thank you. You got one more thing to say? We'll let you get. We'll let you give you the last word.
I forgot.
Oh well. Well, thank you guys very much for spending time with us today. We really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for doing all this hard work for our community. We really do appreciate that you guys are helping all those that need help in our community. That's really nice of you and all the students, and encourage all of your classmates to do the same thing. And let's do a challenge. Maybe we can get some of these other elementary schools to do the stuff you're doing and raise some more money too. And see, the more people that do it, the more people we can help. So. Yeah, we all went to ice cream parties, but at the end of the day, we want to make sure all these people that need food have food. And that's the important thing. So, very good. Yes, young man.
How long have you did?
Have I done radio?
Yeah.
I've been doing radio since 2004. So.
And how old were you?
I was in the military first. So I was a little bit later. I was in my late 20s before I started doing radio. I was in the Air Force. I loaded bombs on airplanes before I did that. So.
That's nice.
It was fun.
Those bombs are so heavy. Were they heavy?
They were. See that picture right here behind me?
Yeah.
That black hair? That's what I did.
Oh.
That's what I did.
Where? My dad used to be in the Army too.
Was he?
When he was like kind of your age.
Yeah, when I was younger. Yeah, I'm too old now. Now I'm too stowed up. They wouldn't take me. So very good. Well, thank you guys for coming in, and thank you for all the hard work and the good things you guys are doing. And please let me know how you guys did. We got to know if there's a silly string party or something else coming on in the future here.
Okay.
And then next time you guys have something, please let us know, okay?
Okay.
All right. Anything you want to mention before we go? I know you're here just kind of wrangle kids, but I didn't know if you had anything you wanted to share, or did they cover it
of
up?
a voice, though.
Me either. I've been just yelling for 2 days, so.
But thank you for having me.
Anytime.
News
Thank you
this
guys,
hour
and
from
good job.
townhall.com.
Y'all did great.
I'm Rich
so thank
Thomas.
you guys. Enjoy.
The Supreme
enjoy
Court
your
is hearing the
party.
case of a
You do,
Christian
'cause I'm
graphic
imagining you
artist
guys
who
get
chooses
celebrate
not
as
to
well.
design wedding websites for same-sex couples.
The case is the latest clash of religion and homosexual rights to land at the highest court. Colorado designer Lori Smith and her supporters say ruling against her would force artists, including painters, photographers, writers, and musicians, to do work that's against their faith. Smith's opponents say if she wins, a range of businesses will be able to discriminate, refusing to serve black customers, Jewish or Muslim people, interracial or interfaith couples, or immigrants, among others.
Correspondent Jeremy House. Tens of thousands still without electricity in Moore County, North Carolina, near Fayetteville, after shots were fired over the weekend into a couple of electric substations.
On Sunday, county officials announced a state of emergency that included a 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew, and county schools are closed today. In a news conference carried by WTVD, County Sheriff Ronnie Fields said the damage is being investigated as a criminal act.
Folks, we're living in some challenging times that I never thought in my 40 years in law enforcement we would be seeing things and dealing with folks that are dealing with things that we're dealing with.
Fields says no one has come forward to take responsibility.
I can promise you to the perpetrators out there, we will find you.
Duke Energy says the power outage could last for days. I'm Donna Warder.
They are headed down the home stretch. The candidates in the U.S. Senate runoff in Georgia making their final appeals to the voters ahead of in-person voting tomorrow. Republican Herschel Walker challenging Democrat incumbent Raphael Warnock. More than 1.5 million early and absentee votes have already been cast. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 221 points. The Nasdaq off 107 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Great news, Nick. Legacy boxes are still in stock. With Christmas just around the corner, there's still time to buy the best Christmas gift ever. Legacy Box.
That's right, Adam. Order today and Legacy Box ships immediately. It'll arrive ready to wrap and place under the tree.
Gather the family together this Christmas and collect all your old VHS and camcorder tapes, slides, pictures, and film reels. Then you can binge on the good old days.
From fading over time to risks like fire and water damage, your memories aren't protected unless they're on a digital format. Legacy Box helps you replay those great moments from the past, from Christmas morning to your wedding day.
Legacy Box is the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. All the work is done right here in the USA, and over 1 million customers have trusted Legacy Box.
This Christmas is the time to digitize. Visit legacybox.com/lbox for exclusive holiday savings. That's legacybox.com/lbox for last-minute shopping. legacybox.com/lbox.
10 men allegedly involved in deadly 2016 suicide bombings in Brussels go on trial today in Belgium. 32 people died in the attacks on the airport and the subway system, and a lengthy trial is expected.
It's due to last between 6 and 9 months. We got a taste of just what a huge operation it will be when they swore in the jury. It took 14 hours. They had a pool of 1,000 people living here in Belgium who were worked through, and finally they've got a jury. In terms of the evidence being put forward, that will take weeks and weeks, and more than 1,000 people are represented in some way by the lawyers involved in this.
The BBC's Nick Beak in Brussels. Annual inflation in Turkey eased a bit in November for the first time in more than a year, but remains close to 24-year highs. Consumer prices up 84% year over year last month. Townhall.com. The U.S. labor force participation rate fell for a third straight month in November, reflecting the ongoing struggle to find enough workers for businesses.
The share of Americans either working or actively looking for a job fell to 62.1%, according to government data released Friday. The rate had risen to 62.4% in August, matching a post-pandemic high reached in March, but remains significantly below where it was before the pandemic. The participation rate for so-called prime-aged workers, those aged 25 to 54, also dropped to 82.4% from 82.5%, and it too remains below its pre-pandemic levels. Bernie Bennett reporting.
In California, state lawmakers returning to work today for a special legislative session. It will focus on gas prices. Lawmakers scheduled to convene today to swear in new members and elect leaders for the 2023 legislative session. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
Feel the hot wind on my shoulder, and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tracy Munoz.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Monday, everybody.
I don't like when he keeps the door closed. I can't hear the music.
I
couldn't get my build-up.
Snook up on you.
That's right.
There he goes.
I always loved it. There was one thing that I always loved about, I know we're not supposed to talk about satellite radio on terrestrial, but one thing I always loved about the O&A show was their open. Because it was the longest open. It was so unnecessarily long till you realize it was a 4-hour show, so it was fine.
Yeah.
But it was the entire first, verse of Ecstasy of Gold, the original. And then they would play a short little blurb of, this is the opening anthem, and it would get into it.
Well, Donna, Mike, and Stern would do something similar. But usually how they would do it was the intro thing was the last thing.
Right.
It was usually 10, sometimes 15 minutes of bits and skits. song parodies, things, and then they did that. At least Stern was famous for that.
Well, and that's the thing is Stern has the library. He has the golden library of 40 years at this point of content.
Which they should just go back to now. I listen to new Stern, and I'm good with the old stuff.
Okay, the fact that they're putting... I saw this, and I actually kind of giggled. I'm like, this dude was Fart Man at one point. And they're doing an intimate sit-down interview with Howard Stern and Bruce Springsteen.
Oh,
that's airing on HBO Max now.
Yeah, I've seen commercials for it, and there's no way I'm watching that.
It looks
and I'm a
like
Stern fan, and I hate that.
It looks like I'm watching like Larry King or something like that.
Well, and and what got me with him, and it's not even his politics. He's always been a little goofy on politics.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that he literally has bubbled himself since COVID.
Yeah.
And I get he's a neurotic dude. He's always been that way. But come on, man. Mm-hmm. And then to yell at others for it because he's a crazy.
It did.
Sorry.
It did make me chuckle when he's like calling out, who was it? Oprah. Last week, he called out Oprah Winfrey because she's constantly showing her wealth and showing her privilege.
This is this guy chilling in the Hamptons.
This is the same guy that has a clause in his contract that not only does he have his own section of the Sirius building that is just for the Howard Stern show. You are not to make eye contact with him when walking down the hallway. You are not to reference him on your show or play clips from his show on any other station on Sirius XM. Yeah. That's all in his contract. And this dude's talking about other people flexing. I'm like, really?
Yeah, he's kind of calling the kettle black there.
Yeah.
So be it. I loved him back in the day.
Yeah, he had his moment. It's just, dude, it's the old, what's that saying? You either watch your hero die or live long enough to become the villain.
Yeah. And well, he did.
Yeah. Well, same thing with Opie and Anthony, both.
And part of it is I have no love for Bruce Springsteen. There's nothing about Bruce Springsteen I like. His music's awful. He's a pompous jerk.
Yeah.
And he thinks he's way more important than he is. His songs are boring and long-winded. His conversations are boring and long-winded. There's nothing about Bruce Springsteen. I don't get why people like him. His songs are talentless. Born in the USA, listen to the words. It's not very American.
No, it's
stop playing as a patriotic.
The whole point of the song is that it's an anti-American song.
Bruce Springsteen's a piece of garbage as far as I'm concerned. So I have nothing but disdain for that.
Whoa.
Y'all like him? God bless you.
If we're talking Billy Joel, on the other
garbage.
hand, then maybe we talk. But I'd tune into an interview with Billy Joel.
Billy Joel's fun to listen to.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
He's not so self-absorbed, and I mean, he's a celebrity, and he does have a bit of that when you talk to him. But
there's a lot of those that I just could not.
He wasn't completely engrossed with himself like Bruce Springsteen is.
I couldn't stand to be in a room and listen to an interview with like Bono or like I just had his name. Doggone it, Phil Collins. There's no way. No, back then or now, there's no way. It's just.
Yeah, but they love them.
There are some that I would genuinely. Now I'd kick all of them to the curb to have like any chance to have a sit down with like AJR or something. But that being said,
I just know that just my years of and nothing. Like I remember going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and to this day I don't know why I did it. I mean, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is cool, all that, but which by the way, most authoritarian rules for rock and roll is I've ever like they have like if you try to take a picture in that place, they have Gestapo cracking down on you hard.
Oh, really?
In the Rock and Roll Rebel Hall of Fame, you can't take a picture in there
for sale,
without crackdowns.
You're messing with their money now.
It seems so ironic to me, but that's all right.
It's literally exactly what I was saying when Rage Against the Machine was working with Ticketmaster for their concert. It's like, this is the machine. Yeah. This is the machine we were raging against.
Yeah, people will still buy your postcards and crap. Let them take a picture of a guitar in the museum. Come on now. Like, what is that going to cut into your business? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
My quality photo?
Yeah, come on. This is so stupid. Like, I was trying to sneak a picture of the wall. Like, if you go, because it kind of goes up. It's got levels. And when you get to the upper level, you're like in this big bubbly room, but there's the Pink Floyd's The Wall, the actual wall from the set.
Right.
Is there, and I'm like, as cool as this, and
that is cool.
I think I snuck a picture, but there were so many people getting busted for taking pictures.
I wonder if you could take a picture with yourself in it, in front of them.
No, if you whip it out, they have people literally look for you trying to whip the camera.
Yeah, you whip it out, but I'm just talking about taking a picture.
They literally are looking for people trying to take pictures to stop them. That's what they do.
Right. They're not security. They're just.
I watched it happen.
Photographer.
And I'm like, this is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But anyway, I went there and they were showing like one of Bruce Springsteen's concerts in one of their viewing rooms, and I was tired of walking around, so I wanted to sit for a minute. Mm-hmm. So I sat there for a good 5 minutes, and I'm like, who paid money for this concert? He was going on some diatribe about something, and then he's like playing a guitar to music while he's talking his diatribe, and I'm just like,
that's the thing. If you go to a concert,
who paid for this garbage?
If you go to a concert, the whole mindset is as long as they're playing music behind you, they could just go on and on because this is just an interlude.
Yeah, it's garbage. Quite frankly, if you paid money for anything at Bruce Springsteen's, you got ripped off. The way I see it. But God bless you. You do what you want.
You're really showing the man there.
Yeah,
real working man's man.
I hate that guy. He's nothing about him I like. Anyway, moving on. I don't know how I got on that rant.
On this grinchy morning. Grinch and the Madman.
Yeah. So, this hour, if you're watching the video, you're going to get the Brendo kids because Tanner did a flippy floppy on the video. So if you're listening to the radio, you got to hear the Brendo kids. Now the video folks are going to get to watch it, and then Larry Martin, we're going to play that when he accidentally played the wrong interview last hour. So all good.
Now they got the audio from the right interview on the video, right?
Well, I'm not sure. Maybe. That would have been like a bad.
That would have been real surreal.
Kung fu movie or something.
Larry Martin sitting here talking and.
Yeah. Okay, so it matched that. So you'll get the proper audio.
I would have loved to have sat there for 20 minutes and listened to Larry Martin talk about what kind of vegetables he likes.
He's looking young, or sounding young.
Right?
And my TV keeps cutting out, so I didn't see it. I've reset it 3 times, and it keeps cutting out. I gave up doing it. So it is 14 minutes after 9 o'clock. Let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have low pressure over northern New Mexico, but that'll be moving out of our area today. We'll start off with a few clouds. Wind will be gusty for most of the area. We should get some sunshine back by afternoon, and today's high in the mid-70s. Clearing up overnight down to the low 40s, and then we're expecting sunshine and breezy conditions on Tuesday. Our afternoon high near 70, maybe a shower Wednesday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 57 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 72%. Winds currently out of the south at 5 miles per hour. Today, sunny skies and warm. Highs expected to reach 74. Southwest winds 5 to 10 early, picking up 10 to 15 this afternoon. Mostly clear tonight with an overnight low of 41 degrees. Winds will be out of the southwest 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tuesday, mostly sunny, 70 for a high with southwest winds 5 to 10. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 44 degrees. Southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Wednesday, there is a 20% chance at rain showers. Otherwise, partly cloudy, 66 for a high with southwest winds 5 to 15. 20% chance of rain Wednesday night. Thursday, sunny and 63, and sunny and 59 on Friday. All right, it is 16 minutes after 9 o'clock. We're going to take about a 3.5-minute commercial break, and then we're going to play our interview on the radio with Larry Martin from the Roswell Literacy Council. Folks watching video will get to see the Brendo kids. That's up next. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
ENMU Roswell welcomes new and returning students to register online and on campus for the spring 2023 semester. Prepare for brighter days ahead and learn new career skills in arts and sciences, technical and health education right here at home. Classes start January 17th. Talk with an advisor today. Call 575-624-7000 or log on to roswell.enmu.edu.
Success starts here. ENMU Roswell.
Time to get lit! The City of Roswell presents the Light Up the Night 5K, December 9th, beginning at 6 p.m. at the Cielo Grande Recreation Area. The course, along with the runners and walkers, will be decked out with holiday lights. Don't forget your flashlight and to wear lots of light-up gear. Everyone gets a light-up necklace and event medal, and first through third place receive awards. Stick around for the post-event hot chocolate and award ceremony. Entry fee is $29 per person. Sign up at roswellconnect.com. The Light Up the Night 5K, December 9th, 6 p.m. at the Cielo Grande Recreation Area. Edge Safety and Services LLC in Artesia, New Mexico has an immediate opening for a safety technician. Position requires a clean driving record and must be able to pass a drug and alcohol screen. Edge Safety offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contribution towards health benefits. Please email resumes to edgecoding@yahoo.com or apply in person at 402 West Main Street inside the Edge Safety and Services facility. Edge Safety and Services LLC is an equal opportunity employer.
Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing here, and I can tell you it's not always easy being a female in a male-dominated business like roofing. I remember one time I was at a meeting to bid on the roof for a local college, and it was me and 13 men. Well, I won that bid, and I'd like to win your business too. My dad was a contractor, and I've been around building and roofing my whole life. I'm licensed and bonded, and I've forgotten more about roofing than most roofers ever knew in the first place. But what really sets Trustmark apart is an obsessive attention to detail that ensures that everything goes smoothly the first time. I promise we will treat you right with respect, and we will make you happy. So yeah, it might be a bit odd for a woman to own a roofing company, but give us a try. Let us give you an estimate for your roof. I think you'll be glad you called. For all your roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Carlsbad and Roswell. The Backyard Butchers are here with 20 ribeyes for $39. That's less than $2 a steak. Look for the big white truck in the parking lot at Sutherland's in Carlsbad and Tractor Supply Co. in Roswell. Stock up and save on bulk meat specials on beef, chicken, and seafood. Just look for the big white truck in the parking lot right now at Sutherland's in Carlsbad and Tractor Supply Co. in Roswell. Get 20 ribeyes for $39 and more bulk meat deals. Read reviews, chat with our seasoned butchers, and find all locations and info at backyardbutchers.com. Backyardbutchers.com. Cash, credit, debit, and EBT accepted.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Sigmund Freud once believed that cocaine could be used to help treat a morphine addiction. Mike used bacon to get over his addiction to beef. Here's Mike Winters.
And we have a full studio here this morning as we have, is it all the student council or just a portion of the student?
This is just a portion.
This is, we have a portion, a large portion, I think, but a portion of Brendo Elementary's student council students here with us. Good morning, boys and girls. How's everybody doing? Good. We'll give you a chance here. Everyone want to say their name real quick in the radio?
Okay, yeah, sure.
All right, we'll start this end and then we'll kind of work this way.
Olivia.
Victoria. It's my name.
Go ahead.
Aubrey.
Okay, go ahead.
Victoria.
All right. Get up there, young man, right to the mic.
Alex.
Alex, all right. And your name?
Hannah.
Okay. Young man in the back.
Caleb.
Okay.
Lily. Riley. Jesse. Jane.
Okay, right behind you.
Oh. Madison.
Sophia.
Willow.
And your turn again.
Jesse. Jane.
And you're the president.
Yes.
You're the head person in charge here. So tell me a little bit about your student council, President. Come on, get a little close. Talk a little bit about what you guys do and what your responsibility as student council is.
We have lots of fundraisers.
Okay.
And we take care of the fundraisers, I guess, to start them. And we try to prevent bullying and any issues we have in the school.
Sure. Try to see what students' needs are and try to see if you can help. Now, what grader is everybody and what grade can you start in student council?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. So there's representatives in each grade.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's our Who's our youngest here? Let's see what classes are represented.
Third grade is right now.
These are all of you are third graders.
No,
I'm
fourth.
Third through fifth. So some of you are fourth and some of you are fifth grade. Okay.
And then only fourth and fifth graders can. It's all
be like
be an
officers, like be in charge, like president, and you have probably a vice president. And
those are important.
Do you have a secretary?
Yes. He didn't want to come.
He's in my class.
He's
really shy.
He's probably got schoolwork too.
And he's shy.
We're in math class right now. Because secretaries have to take all the notes and they kind of have to be organized. So
he's very organized.
Yeah. Okay. So how long have you guys been in students? Have any of y'all been in student council since like kindergarten?
No, I didn't know this existed. I didn't know this existed.
Okay.
So I started this year.
So how many of your first? This is your first year in student council.
Me.
Raise your hand. So almost most of you here.
Yeah.
And your president obviously been doing it. How many of you been doing it 2 years? 2 years? We got 3 years? You're with, two.
We've only had 2 years.
Only 2. So
because of COVID.
So you're our veterans here. Our 4 of you right here. Just because I guess COVID kind of messed things up.
Yeah, I like that.
So tell us a little bit about your food drive. What do you guys want to let the public know that you guys are doing right now?
Jesse has most of the
The information for the campus
Yeah.
drive.
Who wants to?
Well,
who wants to? Raise your hand if you want to tell us. Go ahead. You greased first. Go ahead.
Well, it's going to be starting on December 5th.
Okay, which is just a couple days away.
And it's going to be ending on December 15th.
Okay, so about 2 weeks or 10 days actually.
Yeah.
Okay, and what are you guys doing during that 10-day period?
We're going to be. Okay.
You want to tag team and help her out?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
We collect.
Get right by that mic so they can hear you. You're kind of quiet, so we're gonna get you good and loud.
We get a lot of canned food.
Okay, you're collecting canned foods, and you'd like people to come and bring canned foods to Berendo Elementary, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
And let's say if Kinder got the most, then they would get a little party.
So each class is kind of competing to collect the most cans.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
go ahead. You've been raising your hand for a while.
Our goal this year is to raise over 2,000 cans.
Over 2,000 cans. That's a lot, huh? Go ahead, President.
We are going to donate all the food we raise for this fundraiser to Harvest Food Ministries.
Awesome. They're great. And for folks that aren't familiar, Harvest Ministries is a great organization. They're kind of, not kind of, they are. They are the, if you've heard of Roadrunner Food Bank, which is a statewide food distribution service, Roadrunner Food Bank uses Harvest Ministries for this area, for Roswell and our part of the state here. So you're kind of giving back directly to that, which they'll go and make sure that Harvest Ministries not only gives it directly to people, but they help other organizations in town that also help people like homeless or people that just need food or need help, things like that. So good. Well, so how many cans do you hope your class, like each of you, have you brought any cans yet?
I'm going to bring soon.
Okay.
Yeah. On December 5th.
December 5th.
Yeah.
That's going to be the day you bring them all in.
Yeah.
So give the public some good suggestions on what kind of canned food items to bring. What would be some good stuff you think to donate? Who went first? Let's go right, young man in the back here. I'll let you get up front here. Go ahead, Alex. Come on up here. What would be some good stuff to donate?
Corn.
Okay.
Tomato soup.
Okay. All right, let's give some other answers here. Go ahead.
You could donate peas and chicken noodle soup.
Chicken noodle soup, peas. Go ahead. Young lady.
Green beans.
Green beans, young lady.
Like lots of corn.
Corn. Yeah, don't roll in corn.
You could donate all of the canned vegetables.
Any canned vegetables.
Canned fruit, like pie fillings. And
Sure,
such.
or peaches and pineapple or whatever. Any of those. Soups are good. Let me ask, you know how Kraft makes the microwave mac and cheeses, or Campbell's makes the microwave soups?
Yeah.
Are those okay to donate as well too?
Oh, yeah.
Since
Good deal.
They last a while.
Well, why those are sometimes good ideas, because some kids that are maybe a little younger than you guys,
Don't like
they get home from
vegetables.
school, or they can't really work the stove or oven, but they can kind of take a lid off and put it in the microwave for a couple minutes. You know what I mean? So it gives them kids that have maybe their parents aren't home yet, so they can kind of cook a meal before their parents get home. So those are good things to donate. But things you probably don't want are you don't want someone to bring a chicken.
No.
We don't want that. Yeah.
Nope.
What about box stuff, like stovetop stuffing or
As long as it's small.
rice or beans or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
if it's
Rice would be fine.
Good deal.
travel
So
size.
stuff that isn't perishable, things
Yes.
that don't go bad quickly.
Yeah.
They don't even require refrigeration. Those kinds of things. So good deal. So what's some of your favorite canned goods? I've heard corn a lot, so I know corn's popular. Yes, young man, go ahead. Peaches. Okay.
Oranges.
Oranges.
I like canned pineapples.
Canned pineapple. I haven't seen canned oranges very often. Do you get those in the can?
I like little tangerines.
Really? I've never seen those before. Interesting. Go ahead.
I really like the pineapple and corn.
Okay. What's your favorite?
Corn. So
Diced mangoes.
Mangoes? No, getting fancy.
I do not like
You said corn earlier. Is it still corn?
Corn and then the chicken noodle soup.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, very good. Then you can put them together and make like a corn chowder chicken noodle soup.
That sounds good. That just sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. That's pretty good. Go ahead, young lady. Go ahead. You're next.
Diced pineapples and apple slices.
Okay, and for you? Tomato soup. You know what? You know what's the best thing ever to put with tomato soup?
Bread.
Bread. That's part of it. Could be.
Crackers.
Grilled cheese sandwich.
I had that last night for dinner.
Yeah, that's the best. Because you can dip the sandwich in the soup and eat it, and it makes the sandwich.
And you can still drink the soup.
Yeah. Now, do y'all make like the canned soup with the tomato? Do y'all does your parents or yourself put milk or water in there?
No.
Milk.
Milk.
You like water? Someone said they like water?
Sometimes water, sometimes milk. It's kind of different.
I'm a milk person myself, but
I'm a milk water.
in a pinch, the water will work here. So let's remind everybody they can come to Brendo Elementary School, which if you're not familiar, it's right there on Pine Lodge, right kind of catty corner from Walmart there. If you kind of mix it there.
Walmart.
Between December 5th and December 10th. 15th, I'm sorry. 10 days between December... Thank you for correcting me. That's when you say something wrong. Everyone can tell you. Between December 5th and December 15th, you can come by the school, bring some canned goods, and if you want, you can delineate for... If you have a certain student there and say, hey, I want to go to so-and-so in 5th grade or so-and-so in Mrs. Sisson's class or wherever. They can do that, or just bring it by and say, hey, I'd like to donate it, and y'all will figure out who gets credit for it, I guess, right? Good deal. So what's the winning class get for a prize again?
They get an ice cream party.
Oh, nice. Very good. All right, we're talking ice cream here. Everybody in this room loves ice cream, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Nobody?
I like ice cream sandwiches.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. What's the best flavor?
Ooh,
Just blurt it out.
pistachio.
All right.
Strawberry. Bluebell. All flavors of Bluebell.
I heard vanilla was popular, and then all things Bluebell. Isn't that pretty universal?
Cookie dough.
I like cookie dough.
The bluebell.
I'm the only one that likes strawberry.
Okay.
Bluebell is iconic.
So do y'all think it like ice cream sandwiches or like the little cups for your ice cream party?
I think the cups would be more better because the ice cream sandwiches you can get sometimes the chocolate can get on your
Yeah,
hand.
you get cookie finger.
Yeah.
Is what you call it. It's called cookie finger, and you get that
cookie
chocolate,
finger.
which I kind of like because that's kind of an extra treat at the end. You get to lick that off your finger.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a good thing.
But that's kind of a mess,
some people don't like
especially if the pre-Ks or the kindergartners win. It would kind of be a mess because then they would start touching things.
Yeah, that's why your parents don't let you do that, like in the back of the car or anything like that.
Yeah, because
They like
then
you
we'll
doing
start touching the car.
Yeah.
It melts everywhere, especially
You touch
if it's hot.
something.
Mrs. Sisson doesn't let me eat ice cream in the back either, so it doesn't change when you get older. Don't worry. Very good. So obviously, how do you guys decide to do? Is this something you guys decided as a student council to do? To say we want to do something for the community?
Yeah.
So what made you decide to do this one? What was it was there other options? What was it that as a class that you decided to do this? Go ahead.
Well, it's kind of that we picked this because we almost do a food drive almost every year.
Yeah. And so you wanted to keep that tradition
we wanted to
going.
keep it
Were you
going.
guys able to? I know during those couple years of COVID, were you able to still do them, or did y'all get?
No.
Yeah. So now it's even more important you do it because it's been that time.
Yeah,
because of COVID,
some people
there's been
probably
less
still
things
sick.
going
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
You want to know how important it is what you guys do? Because I've just heard this from Harvest Ministries. I've talked to the people that run that, and thanks to yourself and all the other schools around town, that's the biggest reason why we have plenty of canned food items for people in need.
Really?
Without you guys in the schools, they would be very much in trouble. Matter of fact, like during the summer when you guys are off on school breaks, they have harder times getting food because schools aren't in session. So what you guys are doing is really, really good for the community. You're making a lot of people happy this holiday season. So thank you guys for doing this. You guys are doing really good stuff doing this. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. When you guys get older, you guys want to do like student council when you get to middle school and high school stuff too?
Yeah.
Okay. Most of you guys want to do that?
I still do.
Still do?
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do as we'll go back to raising hands on this one, but what do you guys want to be as adults? What's your dream job? Well, you went first, so you got the fastest hand. I'll let you go first. No, you go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be a singer.
Singer? Okay. What's your favorite kind of singing? Like country music, rock music?
Rock and
Okay.
pop.
Pop music. Okay. Go ahead. What's your favorite? Or what do you hope to be when you grow up?
A doctor.
A doctor? You want to be like a doctor that sees like kids or families, or do you want to work on like a heart or a special part?
I don't remember what it was called.
Just be a doctor.
Yeah, just a doctor. It's
Okay.
somewhere like in the head.
Okay. Yeah, we need a lot of people who could use some help there. So yeah, you get to
Brain.
studying. So yes, young lady. Creative writing. You like to write? You want to write like books and stuff, or you like stories, or what's like your passion to write?
Mostly anything.
Okay. So you like to write now? Do you have like
I'm working on it.
Okay. Do you write like fantasy, or is it more like old times or modern? Like what's your?
More of modern times.
Okay.
I don't like doing much research. I just like writing for the fun.
Okay. All right. And go ahead. What for you?
I would like to be an exotic veterinarian, and kind of as a side hobby, I want to be an artist.
Okay. So you want to work like not just on dogs and cats, but like zebras and giraffes and stuff like that, like animals that you don't necessarily you see at a zoo, not
and parrots and stuff. Yes.
You know what you would do good at? Do you ever watch? There's a show on Animal Planet that's called The Zoo. Have you ever watched that before?
I'm pretty sure.
It's a pretty good show. The whole premise of the show is they follow the zookeepers, and they go around and like if the hippos they want to try to have the hippos have a baby, they help them do that, or if there's medical needs like taking care of their teeth or whatever.
Yeah.
That would be kind of like something you.
My favorite veterinarian show is Dr. Pole.
Okay.
Yes.
Very much that same.
Dr. Pole is the best.
Yeah,
it's Okay. cool.
I watch it all the time.
Yeah. Okay, young lady, what do you want to do when you're an adult? Yeah, get close to the mic here. There you go.
I want to be a comedian.
Oh, you want to do stand-up comedy? Oh, so you can't be nervous about microphones because you got to spend a lot of time in front of one.
Yeah.
Good deal. So do you like to tell jokes in class and stuff?
Yeah.
Do you get in trouble doing it? Sometimes. Yeah, that's the comedians. You got to be careful. We're really funny, but sometimes we cross the line and they get mad at us, so we got to be careful on that. So in the back, young lady with the striped shirt.
Riley. I want to be a teacher.
You want to be a teacher? Very good.
And
Do you want to teach like elementary age, like these say, or do you want to teach like high school or older or younger? Sorry, say it again?
Elementary.
Okay, so about this. So we got to talk to this lady right here. She might be able to help you out a little bit on that one, I think. So, all right, who else? You had your hand raised. Go ahead.
I want to sing for like a church.
Okay, you want to be a singer? Very good. Do you sing in church now?
I actually just got a solo part in our Christmas
Congratulations. You must be pretty good, huh? All right, I'm not going to put you on the spot and make you sing. I want to do that too. Unless you really want to, then I'll let you. But if you don't want to, yeah. Young man in the back there.
Doctor.
Doctor? Do you have a certain kind of doctor? Or do you want to do surgery? You want to be that guy that just rolls in and it's like, all right, nurse,
Gloves
me up and all that, scalpel and do all that. And then I'm going to the golf course afterwards, right? Oh, okay. Yes, young lady, what do you want to do?
I want to be a doctor.
You want to be a doctor also? You want to be what kind of doctor? Do you know?
Like a kid doctor.
Like working on kids and helping them? Like a pediatric doctor, I think that's what they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pediatric doctor.
Yeah, very cool. Good deal. Who else? Yes, young lady.
I want to be a singer for country.
You want to do country singing? Okay. What's your favorite country singer right now?
It would be Maren Morris.
Okay. Very good. So you ought to meet Sean. He's our country DJ. The guy that we were talking to earlier, he does country music. Yeah, so go say hi to him real quick. He's doing a country show right now over there, doing country music. Yeah. It's different than like country music when I was a kid.
What channel is it?
It's 92.9.
Oh, okay. So that's close to the one I do.
But don't go there till after this interview. You keep listening to 106.5 until we're done, and then you go over to 92.9 and listen. So,
Yeah.
But wait till
I do
you guys are done
94.9,
first.
so.
Anybody else want to share their careers? Okay.
Alex.
All right. What is it? Like we said, December 15th is the deadline to get.
Yes.
Is it by the time school's over with on December 15th?
Yeah.
So like 2:45. Is that when you all get out?
No, we get out 2:30.
2:30.
And
okay.
usually, every day that they're doing it, they stop it at like 10:30, 11 in the morning.
Okay.
And then you can donate the next day if you forgot to do it at that deadline.
Okay.
Day.
But if people are just coming like and listening and saying, I want to swing by the school, they can do it anytime before the end of the school day on the 15th there.
Yeah,
it's,
I think so.
It's deadline the 5th and 10th.
Gotcha.
Well, we usually don't leave until 10. the bell doesn't ring until 10:45, 2:45 to 10. I was like, ah.
I just remember from Mrs. Sisson always telling me. So, yeah. Good deal. So
And Jesse does have some updates on the turkey trot.
Oh, yes. Of course, you guys did the turkey trot during Thanksgiving, and you guys were doing food collecting. How did you guys do there?
Well, the whole school raised $9,380, which is impressive.
That's great. Almost $10,000.
Yeah.
Yes. Great.
And our top selling class was Mrs. Calloway's class, and they
Okay.
raised $1,545.
Congratulations to Mrs. Calloway's. Did they get an ice cream party?
No, they got a glow stick party.
Oh, a glow stick party. What's a glow stick party?
and pajamas.
I mean, is it like the little, the ones you
Yes,
crack
yeah,
and they
pretty
get
sure.
to run around and have fun with those?
Yeah, and
Cool.
my littler brother is actually in that class.
Oh, so he got to
Why?
play with the glow sticks?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think it's happened yet, though.
oh, they haven't done it yet.
I
Maybe.
don't know. I
Maybe.
don't think so.
Yeah, they
it's
have.
also a pajama thing.
I don't know.
But so congratulations, Mrs. Calloway's class. They're either going to get or they've had a glow stick party, and they raised almost 1/10 of all the money raised there for this whole school there. So congratulations to them.
Top seller, which I don't know if they might have gotten a prize, raised. She was Abby in kindergarten. She raised $435, and our second top seller is Brentley
Okay.
in second grade, and she raised $395.
Brantley, I think it's Bentley.
That's great.
Oh, oops, I'm sorry. It says Brantley.
Well, they're
Because there's a kid named Bentley in this system.
so are any of those students on student council?
No.
I imagine you might want to recruit them. They might be able to help.
Yeah.
Here to. Apparently, they're pretty good at this stuff. Might want to put them on your team to see if they can help you out here. So, future student council, because are you in 5th grade?
Yes, sir.
So this is your last year, obviously.
Yes.
Are you excited for middle school? I know you got a little bit of time.
Kinda,
I forgot you only had half a year left, but.
My mom's a teacher there, so I'm really excited.
Okay, so you'll be going to her school, I think. So.
So it's
And Moppin and Brown Dentistry was our top promoter.
Donator and things. So thank you to Moppin and Brown Dentistry. They're always involved in lots of things in our community too. So and when your sweet tooth gets broken, they can fix it for you. So. Yeah, absolutely. So what do you guys like to do when you're not in school? What's your hobbies and things and stuff like that? We'll let you go first this
I
time.
like to play outside and talk to my friends.
Okay, hang out with friends, play outside, things like that. Go ahead.
But I write some songs.
You like to write your songs? Okay. What kind, are they songs about what, like your life or your friends or what's going on in school? What do you write about?
It's sort of just random stuff.
Just things that what happens? Okay. All right. Yes, young lady.
I usually make I learned how to knit, so I like
cool.
knitting stuff for my grandma.
Oh, you know how many? You can make a lot of Christmas gifts with things like that.
Yeah,
You
I really can now.
Stick with that if you can, because
I'm still trying to make a sock.
that'll be something you can do your whole
I'm trying to make
life
a
into. You'll be making lots of socks.
Yeah.
Trust me. So.
You're gonna make a lot of songs.
Yes, go ahead. You want to do reading? Well, you want to, you know, that kind of fits in the wheelhouse there a little bit too.
Yeah.
So if you're going to write, you got to be able to read, right?
Yeah.
And some of the best, you know, because you got to get inspired, and reading gets you inspired. So go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So, I like to record videos.
Okay. Are you doing comedy? Because I know you wanted to be a stand-up comic, so you kind of record and get to. I know, I wanted to be in radio when I was a little kid. I worked out, but I remember sitting at home. We had cassette tapes. I don't know. That's way before you guys' time, but
Yeah, I don't even know what those are.
yeah, we had
I
little
don't know
stereos and we had a little microphone, and you could record yourself. And I
I
used
have
to
one of the
record my little
Titanic.
shows and everything and stuff. They weren't good, but they got better later. Yeah, they weren't really bad. You don't want to listen to them now. So yes, what do you?
I like to show chickens.
Okay.
I show.
That explain your belt buckle.
Yes.
I see that you got a big chicken on it. So that, I imagine you must be pretty good at showing chickens.
Yes, I really like it.
So is that a best in show buckle?
This was
or
for showmanship and
showmanship?
Eastern.
Okay. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So are you going to show more animals soon, or just
I
you want to do?
plan to show a steer next county
Okay.
fair, so I'm kind of excited for that.
That's a little bit more work, I'm thinking, than a chicken.
It is a lot more work.
Yeah.
A steer. My mom showed steers.
Well, I know chickens may be more stubborn, but if a steer gets stubborn, it's going to do what it wants, and you can't do a thing about it. But the chicken, you at least can do something about it. So, in the back, young lady in striped shirt.
I like to hang out with my grandma and grandpa.
Okay. Hang out there with grandma. What do you do there? Do you just What do you like to do at Grandma and Grandpa's?
I like to help my papa do some stuff around the house.
Okay, so you do little projects and things with Grandpa. Very fun. Yes, sir.
I like to do math.
You like to do math in your spare time? Well, that works out for you being a doctor. What kind of math do you like to work on? Like right now? Times tables, multiplication, things like that. So you love doing that? Good for you. Not a lot of kids could say that, but I'm glad you do. Awesome. Who else wants to share? Go ahead.
I like to listen to songs, and sometimes I write in my journal.
Okay. What kind of songs do you generally listen to? Pop music?
No, it's a variety.
Do you have a
of
favorite
songs.
artist, like a favorite singer?
No, not right now.
No? What's like your favorite ones? Like if you turn it on, you're like, ooh, this is one I like. What would be one that we could say that is?
Well, it's a lot of them. So.
Like right now, is there like a certain one you got a crush on, or
No.
kind of
No.
thinking really
Crush
good?
on.
Okay, just checking. Anybody else want to share? Okay, so what's as far as this event, is it just like what you guys do? Is it going in each class and just remind them, hey, don't forget, bring those cans? Because I imagine a lot of your cans are going to come from each class. Each of the students are going to bring in, so you got to remind them. But we want to invite everybody else. Just because you're not a kid at Brendo doesn't mean you can't help us and donate food. So if you'd like, just come. And probably I think the best thing is go to the front. Obviously in the school there, you're going to get to the front desk, and they'll buzz you in, and you just tell them I've got food for the food drive. And then, okay, great, leave with us, and they'll make sure it gets to the proper people. And if you want to earmark it for a certain class, you just tell them that when you drop off your food, and they can do that, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what it's like.
Okay. And then if they don't have a preference, just drop it off, and then you all figure out who gets credit for that. Maybe your teacher gets credit.
Maybe
and then
like
she'll get the ice cream party.
maybe the
She
lowest
might share
class.
with you, maybe.
Maybe the lowest class will get it or something like that.
There you go. That might be a good one. That's a good idea. Does anybody you guys want to say hi to? Any family or friends or anybody? All right. We'll let you go first. You're back on the draw again.
Sometimes they play this in my dad's office. So, hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad. Oh, good. Then some days I say something, they're like, oh, turn that off. This is awful. Go ahead, young man.
Hi, Dad.
Anybody else? Dad? Go ahead.
Hi, Matt. Hope you're listening to this.
Who's Matt?
He's my stepdad. He's the fire chief.
Nice. Very good. Go ahead, young lady.
Hi, Mom. I hope you're listening to this in the car while eating lunch.
There you go. Well, maybe that a little early for lunch, but maybe
a little late. But
Snack.
breakfast too.
Snack.
That's what we'll call it. breakfast
That's
too.
what she's probably doing.
Yeah.
She listens to this. Hi, Mom.
Yeah. Mom?
Hi, parents and Miss Powers. You said you're going to listen to this while you're in class. So
Oh, that's nice, Miss Powers.
Yeah, Miss
You're a
Powers,
love
hi.
teacher.
Good
Hey,
move.
Miss Powers.
Always nice move to thank your teacher on the radio. Just saying.
Hey,
It
Miss
might get you
Powers,
a
I
few
miss you.
points. Yeah, there you go. Yes, go ahead. Get you close to that mic there. She's ready. She was rubbing her hands like, I'm ready. I got some people to say hi to.
I'm going to say hi to my mom and dad because I know that they're listening to this.
Good.
Because my dad said he would find the radio station.
Good. Well, and if you missed it, he can go back and watch. We'll tell you guys how to do that later here. So.
Yeah, I need to know. That's in my...
Because you guys are right there. They can go back and watch that. So, yeah, don't look at that. I forgot to tell you not to look at that. Don't look at that. So, go ahead. Who do you want to say hi to?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
The puppy on the Hello, great grandparents. Hope you're watching.
Awesome. Anybody else want to say hi?
I got to say hi to my husband, Tony, your biggest fan.
Yes. They're newlyweds, by the way. Congratulations by that on your way,
husband
too.
is probably so mad at you.
No, he's going to be excited. He was telling everybody at the Parks and Recreation about it.
Where does he work?
At the Parks and Recreation.
Parks and Rec. Yeah. That could be a fun job when you guys get older, working at Parks and Rec. Helping out at the parks. Do you guys like doing yard work?
Yeah. No.
No. Some yes, some no. Some yes.
Why is it touching me?
But do you like playing sports?
Yes.
Do you like playing sports?
I
Do you
play
like-
basketball.
I play soccer and
basketball.
gymnastics.
Do you like going to the park and hanging out at the park and all that?
No. Yes, I love doing
At the
that.
park, I just have to go in my backyard.
Yeah. Do y'all like play sports? Do y'all like sign up for city sports or any of those?
I signed up for soccer.
Soccer, okay. What else do y'all play?
Volleyball.
Volleyball? Any basketball players?
I used
Got a few
to.
basketball?
I used basketball.
Okay. Any like band or anybody that likes to do any of those things?
Yeah. In fifth
Obviously, you do you 4-H or?
Yes, sir.
4-H, okay.
grade, I might do violin.
Violin? Oh, that'll be nice.
I train little kids like to learn about horses.
Oh, okay. So you might be getting involved in 4-H and FFA and all that too when you get a little older and things too.
Yes.
Horses, yes. I'm scared of horses. I had a bad experience.
Well, the only
I've
reason
never
you're
rode
scared
one.
of horses is probably you're standing in the on the wrong area.
Yeah.
Well, what happened to me when I was a teenager? I was in Philmont. Y'all heard of Philmont Scout Ranch in New Mexico?
Yes. I used to live there.
I was there. I'm from Maryland, so it was kind of a big deal for me to go there. I didn't live in New Mexico then. And we got to ride horses up in the mountains. And I had a horse that didn't like me, and he threw me off not once but twice. The second time, he sent me through a barbed wire fence, and I had to spend the night in an emergency room. And so since then, I haven't liked horses. I know, but, I mean, they're
Horses
fine.
are feisty.
Yeah, that one was a little ornery and was not a fan of me, apparently.
One time,
So.
especially their back legs, they will kick you hard.
Yeah, he high-old silvered and went up, and I went that way. So.
A couple weeks ago, my papa was loading a horse into a trailer because he has a lot of horses, and he was taking them to the vet. And I was standing behind the trailer, and then I went, yay! And I went, and then I had to, run, and I almost got hit. And then I ended up, sitting in a corner,
Well, you learned your lesson there and didn't do that again, did you? Yeah. Good deal. Well, excellent. So is everybody doing good in school?
Yeah.
I imagine
I think
part of being student council, you probably have to get good grades, right? 'Cause
You
if
have to
you don't, they
maintain
don't
A's
let
and
you
B's
be.
or you're kicked out.
Okay.
10 A's. So
you guys are doing pretty good.
At least this.
At least A's and B's.
Yeah.
At least A's.
Some of you are like, uh-oh, I better get on it, or I got to get back in there. So, what's y'all's? Let's do favorite subject. Favorite subject. Well, you went first last time.
Yeah.
We'll let your class president go first this time, or your student body president.
2 favorite subjects:
Okay.
reading and science.
Okay.
And language.
All
Kind
right.
of mixed with reading.
If you had to pick one over the other, which would you lean?
Science.
Science. Okay. All right. Yes, young lady in the back there. Math for you. What's your favorite part of math right now? What are you learning that you like?
I really like multiplication.
Doing multiplication, just like your partner there next to you here. So, go ahead. What's your favorite subject?
Reading.
Kind of figured. I figured reading, writing, somewhere in that language arts, somewhere in that ballpark for you. I was thinking. So. Well, math will always do well for you. And you never know when math might be useful when you're writing too. So, go ahead.
Well, it has to be like reading.
Reading as well.
We do a lot of a lot of history reading on books and stuff.
Yeah, it's good. Well, and if you want to be a stand-up comedian, you kind of got to read a lot of stuff and know a lot of stuff so you can talk about it. So it's kind of important to be a comedian to know and read a lot of stuff too. So, yes, young lady.
I know why she likes math. It's because I think it's her aunt. Yeah. Her aunt is the teacher there.
Oh, she teaches math?
Yeah. And
So you
she's
better
our
like math, right?
teacher.
Ah, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
For you,
Math, and my favorite part of math is division.
you like to divide. They like to multiply. You like to divide. I like it. Yes, young lady.
I like to do math and reading.
Okay, very good. For yourself?
Also math and reading, but I would pick math over it because I'm actually pretty good at math.
Okay, good deal. And finally?
Mine would be social studies.
Okay, sorry, I got one more there. I
that's a
missed
new
you there.
one.
Your hand was hiding behind the microphone. Go ahead.
Science? We haven't.
Science as well, too.
Haven't
Anybody
heard
else
that
want to
one.
share?
I got mine, so.
Okay, everybody else, you got one more? Go ahead.
It's probably math, reading, like all of it.
Okay,
All of it.
gotcha. And I bet yours is math.
This is mine.
Am I right?
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Well, his mom is a reading teacher.
Okay, but you were talking about you like to do math when you're in your free time, so I imagine you've got to like doing it when it's your regular time, too. So, yes, go ahead. You had something?
I also kind of like science because when my sister was in middle school,
Mhm.
she'd have to do like a lot of projects. She had this one project she had to make she'd have to like make a volcano, I guess.
Okay.
And they'd have to make it explode.
Nice.
She had a video.
Nice.
That's fun to do that. I remember when I was a kid, we had to do volcanoes and solar systems.
Oh, I did
Yep.
a solar system project in 3rd grade.
Did you?
I did a
I don't remember
penguin.
what grade it was, but I remember doing it.
I did a penguin project.
Oh, that's cool.
In second.
And then some of you had my wife as your teacher. Y'all did bats when you were in her class, right? She does bats every year. So, yes, you got a statement?
Reading, and I
Today,
also...
late morning regarding a 911 outage. A message from Eddy County Emergency Management said that all 911 lines were down in Eddy County and were being routed to Chavez County until further notice. If you must call 911 in Eddy County, first advise the dispatcher where you are. Carlsbad PD can still be contacted through their non-emergency number, which is 575-885-2111. The Eddy County Sheriff, Loving Police and Fire, and Artesia Police and Fire non-emergency number is 575-616-7155. A man has been arrested in Eddy County for human trafficking. The Eddy County Sheriff's Office confirming it responded to a call from a U.S. Border Patrol checkpoint in Texas on Friday regarding a vehicle that avoided the checkpoint there. Sheriff's deputies here in Eddy County discovered a vehicle that matched the description and pulled it over near Carlsbad. 44-year-old Hector Castro was arrested, but no other details are available. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello reporting.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Raphael Warnock will raise your taxes. He's approved the hiring of 87,000 new IRS agents. That more than doubles the number of agents in this country. Head of the Ebenezer Baptist Church, and yet no restrictions at all whatsoever on abortion. This is a guy that wants to end the legislative filibuster and pack the courts. This is a guy that wants no bail laws. This is a guy that says America must repent for its whiteness. This is a guy that says you cannot serve God in the military. If you want that radical back in the U.S. Senate, all of you in Georgia, you have at it, because that's what you're going to get. Now, or you can go with Herschel Walker, and that would be the 50th tying vote.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-863-5858. That's 1-800-863-5858. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-863-5858. That's 1-800-863-5858.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have low pressure over northern New Mexico, but that'll be moving out of our area today. We'll start off with a few clouds. Wind will be gusty for most of the area. We should get some sunshine back by afternoon, and today's high in the mid-70s. Clearing up overnight down to the low 40s, and then we're expecting sunshine and breezy conditions on Tuesday. Our afternoon high near 70, maybe a shower Wednesday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. The stock market kicked off the new week on a down note. The Dow, NASDAQ, and the S&P opening in negative territory this morning. The government's latest employment report has reignited inflation fears and Wall Street's concerns over the possibility of more big interest rate hikes by the Federal Reserve. Oil prices on the rise, up close to 3% today after the European Union and the G7 democracies agreed on a boycott of most Russian oil and committed to a price cap, $60 per barrel on certain Russian crude exports. Google is challenging a record European Union antitrust fine of $4.3 billion. The penalty taking aim at the Android operating system's role in restricting mobile competition and consumer choice. And China is easing some of its COVID-19 restrictions following nationwide protests. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing here, and I can tell you it's not always easy being a female in a male-dominated business like roofing. I remember one time I was at a meeting to bid on the roof for a local college, and it was me and 13 men. Well, I won that bid, and I'd like to win your business too. My dad was a contractor, and I've been around building and roofing my whole life. I'm licensed and bonded, and I've forgotten more about roofing than most roofers ever knew in the first place. But what really sets Trustmark apart is an obsessive attention to detail that ensures that everything goes smoothly the first time. I promise we will treat you right with respect and we will make you happy. So yeah, it might be a bit odd for a woman to own a roofing company, but give us a try. Let us give you an estimate for your roof. I think you'll be glad you called. For all your roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
The average American takes 8,000 to 10,000 steps each day, and for those suffering from foot problems, each one can be agonizing. The podiatry team at Artesia General Hospital can help diagnose and treat foot and ankle conditions, including diabetic foot issues, arthritis, bunions, or other problems. Doctors Joseph Marino and Joseph Krupa are podiatrists specializing in wound care, fracture care, foot and ankle surgery, and more. Put your feet in good hands. Request an appointment at artesiageneral.com/podiatry APPT.
Time to get lit. The City of Roswell presents the Light Up the Night 5K, December 9th, beginning at 6 p.m. at the Cielo Grande Recreation Area. The course, along with the runners and walkers, will be decked out with holiday lights. Don't forget your flashlight and to wear lots of light-up gear. Everyone gets a light-up necklace and event medal, and first through third place receive awards. Stick around for the post-event hot chocolate and award ceremony. Entry fee is $29 per person. Sign up at RoswellConnect.com. The Light Up the Night 5K, December 9th, 6 p.m. at the Cielo Grande Recreation Area.
Greetings, Roswell. We're the student council members at Burindo Elementary.
Starting December 5th
and running through the 15th.
Our school will be holding a canned food drive. Our goal is to raise
over 2,000 food items
that will be donated to the Harvest Food Ministry.
Please donate if you can.
Let's make this a bright Christmas.
Please help out by donating canned food items to Burindo Elementary School, December 5th through the 15th.
Thank you.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The Goodyear Rubber Company researched and concluded that shoes wear out faster on the right foot than on the left. To fix this, just walk backwards for half the day. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It's closing in on 10 o'clock. That's about going to do it for us for today's show. Thanks very much for allowing us to be a part of your day.
Appreciate you.
Have an amazing day. We'll be back bright and early, 0700, all new show tomorrow. And take care. By the way, if you missed any of our parts of our show, check them out, ksvptv.com. While you're back there, you can go watch the Wool Bowl and Red Green Game and all of our previous stuff.
Plethora of entertainment.
Yeah, it's all there at your leisure. Have an amazing day. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, or Roswell, New Mexico.
See you.
We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com.